anybody.
I really like the fucking plot image.
Plot.
Okay.
I want to get the. I want to get the Halo announcer to just yell plot.
That's pretty good. All right. So guys, this is going to be, unfortunately, a very bookkeeping heavy session. If I miss or forget anything, please let me know immediately. There's just going to be a lot. All right. So first things first. I believe we agreed we were going to open up on Sweet Tooth's scene with him dealing with the contract. So the issue with the contract, I believe, it's been a week, was you don't have a lot of the context for some of the more legal terms, and it seems to be implying familiarity with certain things that you don't have, and you don't know anything about the Walter J. Hughes Incorporation. Now, last we talked, Seth, we were doing the verbal kink route, right?
Yeah, I'm hesitant to do that, but I think it's probably my best option.
Okay. You still have a coaster. You can still access the bar.
Yeah. I will go put out like a closed sign and then just find a secluded door. Actually,
so as you go to put out
the
closed sign, you see a poster that says grand opening in 2 days.
I'm just gonna like put my hand on my hips and like, that's probably not good. Sorry, that's probably not good. That's tomorrow's problem. And I actually do, before I do that, I want to go check and see are Avogadra and Fisher still out.
Fisher was unconscious and dragged away by glaucoma to go get some medical care.
Okay. And Avogadra, I think I just sent her to get some stuff, so she should be gone too?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to like briefly lock up and then go find a random door to go through.
Alright. Closest one is Bayou Bill's old closet.
I'm going to find a different
one. Next closest one is the door to Carradine's room.
That works.
Alright. You push the coaster into the door. It fades right into the two-dimensional surface of the door. Door morphs in space for a second before opening up to the verbal kink bar.
Gonna make sure I don't have a dead body on me, and then step in.
It's good you checked. There was just one floating by it. No, okay, we're in. All right. You make your way to the barman. You see him in an argument with a man. Kind of looks. Make it like a perception check for me, real fast.
I thought I just straight could see them. Isn't there a blurring effect?
Well, on the barman, yeah. On the guy he's talking to, no.
I see. How many die of perception do I have? I don't think I have very many. This is not Sweet Tooth sheet. Haha, that's 2 dice.
Alright, just roll for me.
I will as soon as I find another D10. My infinite wisdom, I forgot to get them out beforehand.
This is why we open with a roll.
That was very close. It was a 5 and a 6. Almost.
Alright, yeah, you don't get any, like, major details on this guy, just like the standard. He's, some blonde hair, blue eyes, well-built.
Oh, a Nazi.
Not everyone with those features is a Nazi, Jesus Christ.
But
you don't know that.
Kill him anyway.
Sometimes I just like using a lighter color palette for characters.
Sam, but every Nazi does fit those features.
No, that's not true. Like,
that's not true.
The main guy didn't.
The guy did not have those features. Anyway. So he's just arguing with the barman. He's like, look, man, we know I don't need this meeting. You know I don't... Everything's settled. We don't need to do that. And Barman's like, I'm sorry, Verbal King has this meeting scheduled with you. It's non-negotiable. The festival requires a lot of consultation. He's like, no, it... Fine. Yeah, whatever. And
so
then,
festival, being from the slums, I'm going to assume, is that the Goodberry Festival?
yes, it is. Well,
Okay.
that's the first thing you think of when you hear a festival.
Okay.
You see the guy, like, angrily light up a cigarette. It looks like he's about to bump into you, but then he stops and goes, oh, shit, sorry, man. Give you a pat on the... What's up?
I just said no worries. Back to him.
Alright, he steps around you carefully, gives you a pat on the shoulder, and just goes to sit down. Alright, you're up.
I will, at a later time, check my shoulder and make sure nothing's there, but I'm not going to do that while he's still looking at me, or potentially looking at me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'll approach the barman and ask. So, if I remember correctly, I believe Verbal King offers some consultation for free to those who have coasters.
Well, normally, yes, but his day is going to be occupied with the gentleman I was just speaking to. There's a very... It's very, we're not at liberty to disclose the information, of course, but
Of course.
we're happy to reschedule you.
When would be the closest time you could do that?
In about 4 months.
4 months. That's going to take a bit long. Is there any way I could help out with discussions to maybe move myself into his time slot, since he didn't seem to want to have that meeting in the first place?
The barman goes, well, no, that's not really... the gentleman slides up next to you, goes, hey there, buddy, my name's Zach. He reaches out a hand to shake yours.
I will absolutely shake his hand.
Yes, this is actually a consultation. He whispers, hey, what do you do?
I'm Candy.
He's gonna oversee catering. We really want to emphasize that. So I need him.
Yeah, so I'm opening up a new shop, and that could be in
full
it's a
service,
potential-
absolute
a
full
potential
service,
first
covering
event.
the entire
Yeah.
thing. He's gonna be involved in every part of this. So I need him in this meeting. Barman just fucking sighs and goes, okay, you're both allowed in. And you guys go down the hallway. He's like, alright, so we're just gonna focus on your thing this entire time, okay?
I'm fine with that. If you don't mind me asking, what's the festival?
This thing, I really don't want to talk about it. I'm not even... He kind of stops as you guys are going down the hallway to Verbal King's room. He's like, so, technically speaking, it will end up in my town due to a raffle. We're hosting it. Frankly, I shouldn't even be doing it. It's not...
You're from the slums, right?
Technically. Look, I already don't want to be talking about this shit. It's consumed my fucking life for the last couple months. What are you here for? We should really be focusing on your talking points, because Verbal King's going to go back on my shit first opportunity.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to pick up some information about a merchant group that I have some dealings with. I don't know a whole lot about them, and I feel like I'd be better off if I knew more. Sorry, Sam, could you remind me of the name again?
Walter
Hughes?
J. Hughes.
It's run by Walter J. Hughes.
He winces at the name and goes, wow, who the fuck do you piss off?
That's a good question. I'm trying to figure that out. Well, actually, I do know the answer to that. It was the Crimsons, but that's another time.
Alright, so cover story we're going to go with. I want you as a consultant, need to resolve this contract. I'm going to focus on that before we do my thing. Alright?
Yeah, that works.
Alright, we're going to have an hour after that. I've instructed one of my underlings to burst in saying there's an emergency and it's going to get us both out of here, okay?
Perfect.
Alright, awesome. Alright, you guys head in. and we're going to cut back to the flotilla. We'll cut back to this at the end of the session.
Perfect. Love that.
Okay. So, as the Fringe Marquis darts off, the Goliath is eviscerated. The fight is resolved. There is a burbling in the water. Beam of light as the spirit of the unknown emerges from the water, the surface fracturing like glass. One giant infinite window extending to the horizon as Captain Dumond returns.
I was ready to
In the
wait.
hour of need, the prodigal son returns.
Oh, Derek, you're really chopping up, buddy.
I couldn't hear you, Derek.
Is this any better?
Little bit.
Not really.
I swapped to push to talk because I had to switch over to built-in speakers. Didn't hear it.
I see.
Okay. Oop. If you try getting closer to the mic, does it work? Oh no.
I don't even know where the mic is on this computer.
It's probably right next to the camera.
Is this any better?
It's a lot better.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. But like,
Okay.
I turned him up, by the way,
next
and
to the camera.
I turned him up and he sounds a lot better. Just
yeah,
turn him up in
I'll
Discord.
mark them up a bit. That's a good thought. I somehow didn't think of that.
Okay.
Okay, will somebody fill me in on exactly the situation that Captain Dumont has just busted onto the scene?
Okay.
So we just fought some, or well, we should probably do this in character, right?
I assume Duran somersaulted out and landed in front of us,
I am
right?
still dying on the ground.
No, you're not. The Midnight Crew have patched you up with the Midnight Elms.
I know, I was joking.
So you emerge to a busted up series of docks. There's a fucking giant suit of armor that you reckon has a Mark V insignia on it, so it's Iron Legion. It looks like it was eviscerated with a number of swords. There's a guy in a Mark III just absolutely frozen on the ground. It looks like he's under the effects of the oubliette fetters. You see some fops. You see Animal, and you see a fop you've never met before, I don't think. And there's also Deputy Cyborg on the scene. The
I think you mean Citizens Militia Cyborg.
Citizens Militia Cyborg, of course, my bad. Everyone looks a little bit roughed up, but no one's, like, actively dead.
Okay, so
Everyone, the biggest visual difference is with Avery.
Oh, yes, Avery. Tom, please describe how Avery's appearance has changed.
Avery's general body type is still the same. If anything, though, he's probably a bit thinner and taller than he was. He's very strangely lanky. And his face has taken a significant twist. It looks like he has significant scarring around his mouth and eyes. His pupils are slit like a goat's. And his teeth are like razor sharp, like almost like an angler fish in there. It's awful.
I will say, the most notable thing about Avery is that he is surrounded by 8 waterlogged. Waterlogged are, of course, those half-rotten zombies that just seem to get a kick off of torturing people.
gotcha. So, can I say it would not make sense for Captain Dumont to have simply disappeared for the last 2 weeks? So, therefore, Captain Dumont has definitely been on a prearranged secondary objective the entire time.
Didn't he have the grudge match?
Yeah, we basically, some machination, there was like a grudge match for the Crimsons, pulled Captain Dumont aside, and just as suddenly he has been released from that side plot.
But did he win the grudge match?
We'll find out later.
Find out next week.
On the adventures of Captain Dumont. Okay. So
He won, but he cheated.
and there's no cheating, only victory. All right. So if you guys want to fill him in character, Derek, how's Captain Dumont greet the party?
I have returned from my journey of glorious conflict. In your hour of, well, it doesn't seem like it's much of an hour of need, but I've certainly returned.
Very hours.
In like 5-10 minutes, something like that. You're probably on the correct hour. Like, you're good.
Charlie said something reasonable about time. It's the end times.
Charlie loses a willpower.
So, stepping out. I'm talking about future time. Charlie time affects past time.
Okay, fair. Okay. So how do you guys greet Captain Dumont? He's back.
Bill and Chivalry immediately walk up to him and like shoot. Bill claps him on the shoulders. Hey, how the hell are you? It's great to have you back, man. And Chivalry tries to do the same, but ends up sort of tapping you on the back of the leg. Avery doesn't join to greet you. He just sits there watching. The waterlock standing around him.
Unnerving.
Captain Dumont will grab both of their hands and shake them vigorously with his arms crossed so he can grab their hands on each. And we'll say, as you can believe where I've been. Swears.
Oh God, it went full robot for me towards the end there. That was horrific.
Yeah. Sorry, I have no idea what you just said.
It was very funny though.
You know what? Let's put this off. I'm gonna have my computer then.
Okay.
Okay, wait until you can talk to us properly.
I think he said he's gonna wait until he gets his computer.
Yeah, let's try this next week. You guys go without me.
The spirit of tomorrow descends back into the water. The panes of glass recede. It reassembles.
The name, but we're gonna say the spirit of next week.
Spirit of next week.
Roll it back. Okay, we're doing some bookkeeping.
Hero Squad has rollback?
It has good netcode. Anyway.
Evidently it doesn't. It
No,
was
that's
fucking
tanks roll out.
You ever get rolled back so hard you're kicked from the match? Anyway. Okay. You guys have just survived the Goliath fight. From here, what's going to happen is bookkeeping. Status of the Vaqueros. Charlie sees them coming up on the edge of town. Blue has the one working bike. You see a piece of scrap metal strapped to the back with all of the other vaqueros clinging to it for dear life.
That's so cool!
Now you might ask, hey, how the fuck are they not turned to iron? You see the stalker T-posing at a 45-degree angle on the handlebar.
Oh, yeah.
They are currently taking Leviathan artillery fire. And you see White just firing rounds, teleporting them around the explosions. All of them are screaming. They should be here in a couple more minutes.
Okay. They'll be fine. Can I try? No,
The bat scene?
Yeah. So, Bats and Fringemark here are about to fight, right?
It's more like... Yeah, I guess. The Fringe Marquis is mainly just saying, you're not supposed to be here.
Does he have a sword, like, in view that I could turn a portion of to glass?
He does have one floating by him, yeah.
Could I just write on it in glass, come back to the scene of the Goliath fight, I think bats might be supposed to be here. I'm going to underline might.
Roll persuasion. One only dice because it's like persuading someone over a text.
Okay, give me a second. Forget what my persuasion is. That's 6 dice.
Quick, buy a dice of knowledge, slide into DMs.
Setting, I got no match yet. Oh wait, no, I got 2 3s.
One die in fuckboy texting.
It's not great, but I did get a match. And I'm just asking to talk this time.
But you got 2 3s?
I did get 2 3s.
You see the Fringe Marquis is gonna like turn his head slowly to read it, and he is just going to embed that sword in the ground. And he's going to unsheath the one sword he has at his side. You find that is a sword made out of cold iron. It appears as if the Fringe Marquis is... He stops for a second to heed your words, opens up his book, the little black book, pages through it. You see he's looking specifically at one that has bats listed. And there is a strong connection somewhere, but it's not deeper into the flotilla. It seems to be in a dimension that suggests time in the future. And more importantly, you look at it, you see Bats' icon move into the flotilla as like a ghostly projection of it. That seems to be like a what if.
Okay.
And you see as Bats moves into the flotilla net of conflicts, you see disruptions, conflicts breaking apart, conflicts that are supposed to happen don't happen, conflicts that aren't supposed to happen do happen. It would disrupt the ecosystem. Apparently satisfied with the projection, the Fringe Marquis slams the book closed and goes not one step further. Just says to Bats, not one step further.
Rudo.
Bats, not really knowing who this guy is nor understanding the full weight of what's going on here, just goes, yeah, cool, man. You see him whip out a bat, just casually, like, stutter step up to the Fringe Marquis.
Is there somewhere Bats could see behind him?
Not really.
Okay.
Like, behind the Fringe Marquis or behind himself?
Behind the Fringe Marquis.
Yeah, he could see behind the Fringe Marquis.
Okay. I'm gonna write somewhere that he could see, this is Charlie. Listen to him. We'll take you on another fight.
You see the bat stop a centimeter from the Fringe Marquis' chin. Kind of goes, alright. Jeez, okay. He just kind of sits down and goes, I don't really know what to do now. Alright. He's going to sit there until something else happens. Alright. The Cayman is currently in a standoff with Sal Jr. Sal Jr. is about to kill himself, or at least threatening to.
Okay, can I interact with this scene too? Is that okay? I feel bad doing like a bunch of my stuff right at the start.
It is stable right now. And it is very... Well, it's holding, but it seems unstable. You intervening will throw things off one way or another. And it's either going to end with Sal Jr. dead or the Cayman back in play. Right now, they are holding each other in this place.
Okay.
I think that's better.
I will watch how this is developing for a
Bill
bit.
will also watch because
I don't think he can see.
Oh wait, where is this happening?
It's a little bit outside of your range. It's about 6 stories up.
Okay, I was thinking that Bill would be watching because he's annoyed he didn't get to meet his brother in Gatorhood.
I'll introduce you, pals.
Alright.
Charlie is probably severely misunderstanding this relationship.
So, there's a number of things going on. The ironworks are doing a number of jobs around town. You guys see the carronade equivalent, Stonks. Or no, yeah, sorry, it is Stonks. He is currently... He has like a ball of molten iron in his hands, and he's throwing out these clumps of iron that are forming into four-legged scuttle creatures that are scuttling around. It looks like they can embed themselves in the ground and grow what look to be guns, and fire off these like molten mortar shells. It looks like his main job is he is on the far end of town, clearing out the blockades that Mr. President helped set up in the waterways. The last time
That's rude.
it looks like he's trying to open up paths in the water.
Does Stonks look how I want him to look?
How do you want him to look?
He's wearing a suit and he has the meme head.
No.
Okay.
He actually looks like a pretty, like, kind of grizzled survivalist. If there is a scene happening with him, it's him shit-talking one of his underlings. Apparently he said something, like one of the guys in the Mark III said something to piss him off. In lines with, so you don't know how to grow shit. You don't know how to purify water. You don't know basic fucking You were prepared for an apocalypse. What the fuck did you think that entailed? He's like, I kind of thought it would involve, like shooting raiders, or... Okay, you're shooting people. In an area of the city that restricts firearms. In fucking Waterworld! Okay. Okay. You are going to go to that plant, and you're going to draw every fucking leaf on that plant. What does that have to do with... And you just see him... This man is not wearing a Mark III. He punches the Mark III wearer hard enough that they are just bodied. He goes... When you understand the answer to that question, you can fucking speak again. And he basically goes to clear the blockage himself.
Damn. I don't like it when members of the Iron Legion appear to actually be competent.
That feels like a character Bob would play.
So that was supposed to counter the fact that we're incompetent? That was another thing of, like, Sam doing the opposites.
Does that mean the Iron Legion is really good infosec? Presiding silence also makes medallions, but they say infosec derogatory.
Okay. I'm gonna start posting what everyone's doing.
Okay.
While you do that, I'll be back in a few minutes. Maybe two.
I think Mr. President was going to go with Chivalry because they were going to head to Xander.
Okay. So in that case, we're gonna hold off on describing Xander and what Sinister are up to. Because I want Tom to be here for that.
Amp's gonna go with wherever Carronade and wherever Carronade's going.
Okay. Oh shit.
You shot me!
Who shot you?
Yeah, they probably should rectify the friendly fire incident.
You shot me!
I have only ever friendly fired myself. I didn't know how big the radius was.
What?
I'm either 3 miles away or 2 feet away.
You know what? I forgive you.
I'm not really in a position to see the radius. I thought you were far enough away. And propulsion did say to let it rip. So...
Joe was just gonna stand there with his hands on his hips, and I was like, huh, that was resolved a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be.
And really likes Karenade, that's why. She's like, notice me please, senpai.
And Karenade is also just like very... I am not in a position to see how big this explosion is. I'm either inside of it or 2 miles away. I was guesstimating there.
I'm gonna go up. You know, that wasn't very professional of you. You're you know,
man where it hurts.
Yeah. Just letting you know.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Your big thing. Always talk about how professional you are.
Yeah, I know. I fucking hate it. I'm pissed.
Who's the next guy you want to kill? Who's the next guy you want to kill, Karenade? Come on.
We told somebody that we were gonna find their friend and kill him.
Oh yeah, fuck Jerry. We gotta kill Jerry. We killed Terry.
How's Jeremy doing?
Okay, so what happened with Jeremy is as soon as the fight's over, he goes, "Oh, cool." You see that kind of faint glow he gets from the tiny boat buff dissipate. He immediately clutches his stomach and starts screaming as he falls over.
I'm gonna heal him.
He patches right back up and goes, "Okay, that was bad."
I'm gonna run up to Charlie and be like, "Hey, can you help me and Karenade find Jerry, right?" I'm gonna look at Karenade. Jerry, right?
I do believe those were the names.
Alright, can you help us find Jerry?
Do you have a visual description? What are they like? What are they wearing?
Alright, he looks just like this, and I'm gonna make a really bad painting of like a bald guy in a Mark III armor with the mud on the ground. Okay. It looks just like a kid's, like if a kid painted something and was just like, yeah, this.
So Seth, I'm going to tell you right now, Mark IIIs have helmets on them, and there are a lot of Mark IIIs running around.
So what you guys are gonna do? And I'm gonna kind of like rub my hands together, like looking down at the painting, and then for once actually turn my neck and look up at you guys. Okay. You're gonna kill as many Mark IIIs as you can.
Okay.
And you'll probably get them. Okay?
Alright. Do you see one that's marked Jerry?
They don't have markings on them, buddy. They're not.
Sam, do they have markings on them? Do you have like name tags on them?
It'll only say like Mark III and like a serial number. You do not have Jerry's serial number.
Son of a bitch, Jerry.
Okay, so to go over what the Ironworks are doing, Xander and Sinister have made it, are working their way towards the more fortified center of town. Xander is going with his golden cohort, which is a bunch of Mark IIIs that have golden plates and etching on them. Fuck, man, this is going to be a difficult scene. Xander has like extended his arms, going, "Today." God. Shit.
Hey, Sam,
Do you want me to say it? Do you want to type it to me and I'll say it?
No, Sam, I need you to remember, there's not a child above you anymore. Go ahead.
Let me just...
Or I can say it and I can
Your
voice
center.
Xander for
Okay. Found my center.
Your
He's looking at his golden cohort and going, "Alright, gentlemen, what you need to remember is that failure is a spook. Fear is a spook. Spooky is fear. The important thing is that we go forward and through our own beneficence and mental might, we project ourselves out there, okay? We go out there and we show that our tactics are superior." What are our tactics, sir? We're gonna walk right at them. We're gonna go forward, and much like the Saharan hunters stealing prey from lions, they will be so intimidated by our lack of fear that they won't know what to do.
Holy crap. G-Slice and Xander were best friends in college.
One of the guys raises their hand and goes, "Okay, Lionel, what did I say about questioning me?" "No, it's just a question in general, sir." He's gonna think about that and goes, "Okay, that gets a pass." When you say spook, do you mean it in the slur way?" And he stops and goes, "It's a slur? It's a slur? Why did no one tell me it was a slur here?" Okay, guys, he pulls out an amalgamation of a first-year philosophy textbook, a child's story called The Adventures of Chance Maverick, and cobbled together shitty isekai he stole from Avery, going, "As outlined in the Book of Maverick, we discriminate based on cultural tastes and IQ, nothing else." So what's with the letters you had carved into our armor? That is a version of IQ. That is the sacred Myers-Briggs. As you can see, I have the holy INTJ engraving. You have an ENJF. You see that the letters that match Xander's have like immaculate calligraphy and are like stamp pressed, and the letters that don't match are written with fucking magic marker.
Oh, we had a stand press for just his. That's amazing.
He goes, "Okay. Now we're gonna go forth and seek glory as outlined in the Book of Maverick." One of them raises their hands. "Okay, do we get the elf harem before or after?" And he goes, he just pauses, and obviously he didn't read one of the fucking isekai all the way through before he stapled it in there. He's gonna just go, "We'll talk about that." They go out, and they immediately, like, half of them just get obliterated with sniper fire.
Oh, perfect.
It's because they weren't glorious enough.
It's because
Yeah,
they
they
felt
should
fear
be.
in their hearts. That's what Xander's gonna tell him.
There's
So
the body killer.
now the issue is, with all of his yelling and his golden facade, he is drawing all of the attention as you see the executive defector work his way up behind a sniper's nest with 2 Mark IIIs. There's about 4 snipers in this nest.
Can I just write is there like a spotter or someone that could see? Are they always down the scope, or would they have a...
They have a spotter.
I will write somewhere in the spotter's field of view, Iron Legion member behind.
Okay, let me roll perception real fast.
As soon as I think they saw it, I'm gonna glass it out so that it can't be read.
Okay, so the issue is with the Prime Minister Sinister's current location. He can see the same thing they would see because they're looking down the same sight line. Okay, so
I don't know that he would be able to... Would he be able to read it, though? Because I'm not trying to write it real big.
with certain things he has going on, yes.
Okay.
So, basically, here's what's going to happen. The sniper's going to go Iron Legion, and you're going to hear the executive director go, "Oh my god, really?" And he's going to tear off his breastplate and decapitate the Mark III next to him. He currently has 3 snipers trained on him, but they are all fucking frozen by what he just did.
I see.
As you're observing it, this is not like a standard confusion. This feels like a technique or something practiced. You remember that the executives had ways of applying hypercharm in weird fucking ways. This might be one of their tricks. Either that, or they're just frozen because he just randomly decapitated one of his fucking teammates.
Sure.
Do you want to send me and Carinade after them? Amp and Carinade?
Can Karen hit from here?
The sniper nests are pretty dug in against artillery because they were afraid of the Leviathans.
That makes sense.
So just to expedite the scene, you see Prime Minister Sinister just start talking to these guys, and you see the
Can
snipers.
I power drain him from the glass that I already made?
What's your range on power drain?
It is only 10 yards.
It's only 10 yards?
It is only 10 yards, yeah.
Then no.
Could I make another spot under him?
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
heads
sure, I'll
up,
do that.
that'll only drain paranormal, right?
Yes. Is the
So that won't affect
Overtime
things
not-
derived from the driven source, will it?
okay. They're screwed then.
Alright. Yeah. So now, interesting thing about this. Abilities you immediately see from the executive defector. He starts talking to one, saying shit like, you see him immediately make a persuasion and an intimidate roll on the same roll when he just spreads his arms and goes, "Alright, you got me. Shoot me." And that seems to do like a lock. Like they are unable to make a stability roll against what he says next, which is towards the one he's looking at directly, unless you don't want to shoot me. And as he's walking, you see like the silhouette of his face split into 4 separate faces, and he starts talking to each of the snipers at once, saying different things.
Oh God.
Interesting.
On one of them, he's going like, "Think about it. You've had doubts this entire time." On another, he goes, "Why haven't the others shot? You've doubted them from the very fucking beginning. And now, I am here, no armor, and they're not taking the shot." You just...
How close is this building? Just an FYI.
This is close to a mile away from you guys.
Okay.
Long story short, the snipers turn on each other. 2 of them survive and bolt from the building. It looks like the Mark III is about to go after one of them, and he goes, "Ah! Watch." And you see that as Charlie, are you doing anything with these snipers?
I think I should probably turn them to glass. Otherwise, they're going to shoot each other.
Okay.
I will turn inner workings, but I won't turn the whole thing to glass.
Okay, so you're just
So
doing
that
the
way
sniper
they
rifle?
just... Yeah, that way that just like portions of the sniper rifle fail so that they don't fire properly.
Alright, the second the sniper rifle fails, the snipers bolt from the nest and just sprint right past him as he starts laughing. You see him kneel down and go, "Hey Charlie, how you doing, buddy?"
I'm going to stop watching.
From those snipers spreading, you see panic begin to spread out. You don't notice it at first. It's only after like the 3rd interaction you notice chaos is spreading from everyone those snipers interact with. Even if it's just them shoving people aside, it's causing a chain reaction.
Gotcha.
You remember that the Prime Minister Sinister's main power is hierarchy subversion. It looks like causing mass panic might be one of those tactics.
Okay.
Terrible.
Let's see here. I'm going to copy this again and we can start assigning people for certain jobs. The Ironmonger is not present. The reason for that, as you guys found out earlier, is people in Cold Iron cannot come through the portals that they're using to transport people. it looks like the metallurgist and the guy making the portals, along with three other guys, are working on a big portal towards the far end of town. The metallurgist is putting all sorts of like pins around the edge of the molten circle. He's talking to the one with the xylophone, where he's like, you could have just been with Silence this whole time, right? Like, you could have been out of danger. And the one with the xylophone is go, okay, first of all, I thought you were the quiet one. I don't want to talk to people. Second, you are the only normal person here. Silence is fucking weird. You see them hit the xylophone, and you see like a metal pillar in the shape of like one of the xylophone's metal bars disrupt a sniper nest. It looks like they're just focused on getting the Ironmonger into town.
Okay.
Silence. You see Lug make his way past the puddle that is the Goliath before you see it like seize up like a wave of goo, apparently still able to move in the floppy form. Lug would not have been able to dodge, but he deactivates his power, making the Goliath solid in that weird floppy form, the weird lunging liquid form it was taking. You immediately, as if seeing like a crumpled up water balloon reinflate, it's bending its shell back into its original form as Lug steps back quickly. You see Oslo see that. Oslo begins working faster, and he's going to start abusing time stop to try and undo the runes faster. You see the runes steadily heating up.
Is there any way I can help with his counter runes?
You can make a runecraft check, but that would be your action every round.
Okay.
That's all it's done.
I unfortunately don't think I actually have any dice in runecraft. Just binding.
Okay. In that case, then not really, no.
Okay.
Okay. But for the most part, Silence and Xylophone are just offering long-range support. Finally, you see Repulsion. He is just dodging around sniper fire as best he can. It doesn't look like he's actually able to dodge bullets, so he's taking some damage. It looks like his stuff is really good. More importantly, you notice that as he's fighting, he's not well suited to fight the crack shots. It looks like he was expecting a different kind of fight. You see he tears through armor really easily, but the crack shots are more about avoiding a fight in the first place. So
Gotcha.
He has the wrong damage type and kind of the wrong defenses for these guys.
What actually armor does he have?
Weirdly enough, it looks kind of like a Mark II, but notably, it's not enclosed. There's a lot of open gaps in it. Possibly to allow him to move easier, but...
That makes sense. Is it cold iron?
It is not cold iron.
Good to know. I'm not going to do anything with it right now, but I might.
It looks like Repulsion is just trying to make... He's moving quickly by putting down those metal balls and slingshotting himself using magnetism. It looks like he's trying to...
I know that trick!
It looks like he's trying to make his way to Sal Sr. as fast as possible, getting through the worst of the defenses. He's gonna have a hell of a time getting there, though. And then finally, Lone Star. He's not revealed himself yet, but Propulsion's sword can lead him to Lone Star.
If I look off in the direction that it's pointing...
So Lone Star isn't in his armor, and you don't know what his face is.
Okay. Is there anyone wearing a cowboy hat?
Where I'm going.
There's Bill.
Speaking of Bill, I'm going to grab Bill and we're going to start walking towards the Cayman.
Oh, I meant the Bill that was huffing gasoline. The first
Speaking
time
of Bill...
Did he stutter?
Okay. So how do you guys want to allocate resources? What's the game plan here?
Well,
Was originally. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
because of the sword he was given, Avery is pretty one-track mind at the moment. He leads the waterlogged towards Xander. Chivalry will follow him because he doesn't want Avery to be alone or let him be alone with the waterlogged in case it gets worse.
That makes sense.
Actually, I need chivalry.
Actually, so one thing I did forget: the minions are fully deployed now.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing: I don't want to roll a million dice every round. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna introduce a mechanic called Spheres of Influence. Basically, from your starting point, there's going to be an expanding sphere of just you guys have control in this area. It's locked down. Conflict will not happen. The Iron Legion are also going to have that because of one specific minion power they have. You notice that you guys had projections for the Mark IIIs, where there was only supposed to be so many Mark IIIs, and they have about that number deployed here. So that leaves the portals open, the ones they came through. What's going to come through them now? You see through the 3 main portals they had under the water that these iron dragon looking things, like the origami dragons, you know?
Yeah, but made of iron.
Made of iron and about the same size, are coming out of the water in these giant clouds, thousands of the things.
Oh, that's not good. Can I take a wild guess that might be the Iron Dragon?
At least his power. You don't see...
Yeah, not the person. Yeah, sorry.
Out of curiosity, is the sphere of influence thing you're doing, is that taken from Rain, or...?
Kind of. So, basically, in order to... Under spheres of influence, you guys aren't going to be able to do fights. There's just too many minions. In friendly ones, the Iron Legion isn't going to be able to do fights. In opposed ones, you guys aren't going to be able to do fights. You would just be torn apart by the minions. Now, we're gonna give Mr. President an influence rating of 3. That means he is able to take down 3 spheres of influence with strength rating 1, or one of influence rating 2, influence rating 1, or he could take on an equally sized sphere of influence.
I have a really dumb question. Are you guys on Roll20?
No.
I am. I have the map of the town, but that's just for me. That's just for me to keep track of things. So I guess just for Chris, we're gonna make this blue one here. You guys? Oh fuck! It's so thin.
I haven't joined. I was asking because of that.
Yeah, I hadn't either. Should I?
Nah, it's basically fine. Because
Okay.
There's not gonna be any real mechanics using the space. It's just for bookkeeping.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna do with Mr. President Amp. If you guys want me to go first, and then
Sure.
Okay. So you say there's discontent going on, and sort of my main Mr. President's main power is bringing order to discontent. So he's gonna go where all the panic's happening and go try to calm down the soldiers. I think Amp would like to go with Carronade to go kill those 2 guys that are causing the discontent.
Okay. So it's going to be Mr. President and Amp going with Avery and Chivalry.
What?
With Xander and Sinister, right?
No, Mr. President's no longer doing that.
Oh! I thought you said he was going for the discontent.
The discontent was all the soldiers running away, so I was going to go head over there and try to re-rally the people.
Yeah, that's
that's
by Xander and Prime Minister
Oh, okay, my fault. Okay, and then got it. My fault.
No worries. Okay, so Stonks is clearing the. So is anyone else going with the Xander and Primus Sinister job?
I think we have enough people going there.
Okay. Now we have
Carronade.
Stumps, who is clearing the way and would allow reinforcements. Like, there are some... like, they'd be able to, get the Leviathans into town if they cleared that.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Could we put Carronade on that one?
I was gonna have Amp go with Carronade just because they're a pretty decent team together.
Oh yeah, I don't think Amp should be on the Xander one, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Amp really shouldn't be.
I will peel that off. I thought I heard you say that. My bad.
No, Amp was gonna go deal with the other two. Work with Carronade to go deal with the other two. But if Carronade's gonna do something else, they'll go with him. So, Bob, what do you want Carronade to do?
I don't know. Carronade was the one that followed Cayman and Junior, right? Earlier.
Yeah, but we're trying to avoid them because they're
Charlie was gonna go to that one.
Yeah, and while it will be funny, I don't think Bill should be going with Charlie unless you want someone
I would like Bill to escort me to the building.
Okay.
And then he can go do whatever.
Okay.
The building's right next to us. They
I thought it was like a few blocks away.
Nope. They are literally right next to us based on the last fight, because we had our fight, and...
it was a few blocks up.
Okay, so yeah, not that far. It shouldn't be that far.
Okay, yeah.
Should be in the sphere of influence, I'm saying.
Yeah, Charlie will just go ahead over and do. He's not going to intervene. He's not going to make his presence known, but Charlie is just going to go sit on the floor below Cayman and Sal Jr.
Now, the main issue with Cayman is your minions can tear him apart. He's probably one of the scariest people in the flotilla right now, though. So
I have zero intention of fighting him.
Okay, I'm just making a note about the sphere of influence. It's like...
The sphere of influence was just more of Charlie should be able to walk around safely without getting fucking obliterated.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's more of what I worried, because Charlie is...
If a Mark II shows up,
with a lack of better words, a glass cannon.
No, I'm not a cannon. I don't attack.
I'm a beam.
I'm a glass beam.
Okay. So, we're going to put Charlie on the Cayman. Fringe Marquis doesn't need anyone unless we want to disrupt that.
I do want to ask, did he turn around and see the glass?
Not yet, no.
Okay. I want to know what happens when he does. I'm just curious. It's not the end of the world if I don't know.
I believe the Fringe Marquis is currently battling the concept of the Spirit of the Unknown. It didn't happen, but of everyone here, I think the Fringe Marquis is the only one who should have been able to notice anything.
I had so many scenes planned for the Fringe Marquis and Captain Dumont.
Yeah, and currently he's just sitting there thinking about, like, under the weight of massive futures.
He's just there like, I have never been cucked this hard in the past. Now, are we letting the silence play out on its own with Lug and Oslo, or?
At what distance is that?
Miles out of town. Now, if you guys meet up with the Vaqueros, Blue is fast enough on her bike with the stalker that she would be able to get there in like a round or two.
He is one of the ones we have to kill.
That's something that once the counter rooms are there, I might have them just go and start shooting at him. Or sorry, wait.
Bill? Question.
Yeah,
Bill could probably one-shot him, right?
We don't have any information about him beyond his... I mean, like, yeah, probably. Bill can one-shot a lot of people, but...
Bill's just fucking terrifying.
He does have armor. I don't know how good Mark 2.5 armor is, though.
Don't you have penetration?
Yup.
Yeah. You mean what armor, Seth?
Bill has 4 penetration and 5 attack levels.
Hot.
Bill is 4 deep in the pad.
4 inches deep. Watch out, ladies.
So sorry, Stonks is the guy that was dropping minions, right?
Yeah, he drops minions, and they are really good artillery, it looks like.
You're back.
Considering
he
how
is clearing the path for reinforcements.
Considering how strong he was, I'm hesitant to have any characters go at him. If it might be best to find a way to like screw with him from a distance.
From a distance, you say?
From a distance, he said. I believe that's my area of expertise.
Yeah. Like play a game of cat and mouse with the scary Stonks, not Mimi Man.
Repulsion, I think we have a little bit of time before we have to deal with.
Repulsion is very fast.
Yeah, but you said he was having a hard time getting
I know, I'm
through.
just saying, like, don't assume, like, he'll be...
not in the Magus. So we don't know what's going on with them? I don't actually know that.
Yeah, he's one of Tristan's friends.
Oh! Are they here? Is he here? Wait, I thought that was a ship.
The Magus is here. He's the only one. You don't know where he is.
What? Were they wearing a Mark III?
They were.
Was it marked? And what was the serial number?
Make a mind check to see if you remember.
Alright, Charlie has 2 whole dice in that. Let's go. I 100% expected you to just say no. Nope.
It was like 3D Omega something. There may have been a squiggle in there.
Yeah, I remember a tilde somewhere. I'm looking for the 3.
Okay.
362 Aleph Omega squiggly tilde squiggly EM dash fucking
Wave dash?
barfing face emoticon. Just a picture of a Nintendo Wave Bird. Omega Phi.
Okay. So, Anthony's accompanying Carronade. Is Carronade going after Stonks, or does he feel like there's a place that might better suit him?
Carronade's down for the long-range cat and mouse game with Stonks.
I'm concerned about Mr. President dealing with Prime Minister Sinestro alone.
Okay, I'll send Amp there.
I mean, my main concern.
I haven't put Bill anywhere yet, though.
Oh yeah, Bill could go there, and Bill has a lot of stability too, if I remember correctly.
Let me just verify that. What's my boy's stable?
How stable is your boy?
My boy has no trained stability.
I think she's looking for tickets, so I'm gonna help her.
Scary command.
I have scary stability on Amp, so do I think stability would be useful against those 2 characters that were causing dissent?
Probably.
I feel like that's
I would point out that having a healer with Carronade would make the cat and mouse a lot easier. Especially since Stonks has a minion power, he can just spam a lot more attacks than Carronade can.
Can his attacks get through Candy Comet, though?
How much armor does it grant?
10.
No, 5, not 10.
Yep.
Yes,
No,
okay.
I will say that Bill doesn't have trained stability or hard dice in command. So having him at Xander might be somewhat difficult, but chivalry is there, and Mr. President has a fucking cloud of minions at any given time.
His cloud of minions is actually probably not a good thing.
Okay.
they're probably just going to turn on him and potentially eviscerate him. Like, that's
All right.
my main concern with sending Mr. President alone.
I'll have Bill go with Mr. President then.
My main concern is fucking Bill turning on me and one-shotting me. I have no counter to Bill.
Do you want me to then send Bill out to presiding silence?
Making sure presiding science. No, if he met with the Vaqueros, he could.
Because I'm kind of liking the sounds of that. Get Bill to go at the silence. What about Repulsion and Lone Star?
Propulsion's going to Lone Star.
And who even is Repulsion?
The only thing we know about him is he has magnetism. His artifact is a Newton's cradle, and he is dead set on killing Sal Senior.
Do you want to go after him, maybe?
Who?
Bill.
Yeah.
I actually really think Charlie would be useful against Prime Minister Sinister, because I'm not sure how good Prime Minister Sinister is at like dealing with effects, stacking effects.
So I can help with pretty much any of these. For the time being, I am literally going to be sitting on the floor below Cayman and Sal Jr. so that I can listen to what's happening, and if he's about to pull the trigger, I can turn his gun to glass.
Yeah, I'll have Bill go for the silence. Repulsion doesn't seem to... In absence of information, maybe we should not get involved in that? At least at the moment.
Yeah, I really don't know if you should get involved in that.
My thing with that is I'm genuinely not convinced I want to keep Sal Sr. alive.
That was the other thing. So maybe we... So, Bob, you want a propulsion on Lone Star?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And that looks then like everybody is allocated.
Could we have Cyborg maybe go try and...
Wait, isn't Bill really stealthy?
Yes, Bill is very stealthy.
Do we know if they have any communication, Sam? Like, between the groups?
They have the artifacts, the little bell things, that act as like they have spot communication, and they can be expanded to radios if they have them in it.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if Bill could like ambush the Prime Minister Sinister. That was like sort of an idea. Because my guess is he doesn't have dodge.
Bill probably could, depending on how Sinister's power works. Bill has 6 hard dice of endless stealth with subtle.
Christ.
Welcome to Spooky Town.
if you like Bill can fucking sneak 100 Skyrim someone. He's like duck down and fucking disappear.
Poof. Okay. So we do have 3 NPCs we need to assign. We have Cyborg, and we have the 2 fops.
So, are the 2 fops carrying anything metal?
Like a belt buckle, maybe.
I'm gonna have them maybe remove that, and I'm gonna put them on repulsion.
Oh, wait. Jeremy does have a blade breaker,
Okay.
so you can ditch that if you wanted to.
I am
Is
going
any
to...
boat made out of metal in any context?
Mostly fiberglass, if I remember correctly.
Okay, I remember it being like we carved him out of wood and very carefully sculpted clay.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, no, it was wood. Yeah, my
it's
bad.
wood.
Regardless, not metal.
Fiberglass was the original.
Yeah, I feel like we could... So I will inform them that is... he has a magnetism power, and if they think that they should... You spelled Jeremy wrong. If they think he should ditch it.
God damn it, autocorrect.
Ha!
I did it on my fucking phone. It changed it for me.
I have no idea how my tapping on the table came through.
It came through pretty well.
And then Cyborg, could we send to deal with the xylophone and metallurgist? Like, could we see if we can have him break that portal?
Put Cyborg on the portal.
Yeah, because if that's cold iron that's made out of, he's tech, I think.
Yeah, he is.
And cold iron doesn't resist tech.
Now, I will say, you're sending Cyborg up against, like, 5 talents.
Yeah, Cyborg isn't the best.
He's strong.
Is an animal? Wait, is Animal with us?
Yeah, Animal's, you put Animal on Repulsion.
Okay,
Why don't we just let Repulsion kill Senior, and then we just fucking...
So do we want to put Jeremy, Animal, and Cyborg on the...
Portal? Yeah.
Portal
Yes.
thing?
That would probably be
because
better.
that's technically 5 characters. Tiny Boat
The other
counts as
thing
2.
is we could also put the collective of the Vaqueros on that when they arrive, sans Blue.
Blue has to go with Bill. Sam, can you put Blue with Bill?
Sure.
Actually, will they, like, willingly split?
Yeah, they do split operations all the time.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Are any of them really good against, like, command? Oh, wait, Red's fucking... Isn't it Red that's really good against command talents?
He's really good if you insult the Vaqueros.
Hey, can I just drop something that's a little shitposty?
What's up?
Isn't it like... Sorry, go ahead. Do your shitposty thing. I do have an actual question.
So, like, when Seth says, are the Vaqueros okay with splitting up, I'm imagining what it would be if the answer is no. And I just had an image of 12 different people in cowboy hats sleeping in a giant bed like the Brady Bunch.
Oh, that's perfect.
Never split the posse. All right.
So I thought Red also, like, if you try to make him attack the Vaqueros.
Yep, that counts
that's
as
what I
an insult to the idea of their loyalty.
Okay, so maybe bringing Red with us to deal with Prime Minister Sinister and whoever the other guy was. I can't remember the other guy.
So, Prime Minister Sinister and Xander.
Okay. Wait, wasn't there a third guy?
There was a guy in a Mark III, but it's just a Mark III.
Oh, okay. So we should bring Red to Prime Minister Sinister, I think.
Note his thing only triggers if you insult or make him act against other Vaqueros.
Okay, so we should bring so we should bring other Vaqueros with him. Who else would be really good against him from the Vaqueros guys?
I don't know the Vaqueros well enough to know which one.
If I were to throw stuff out,
would Black be good?
Black has some resistances,
Teal could
but
be interesting.
only
Yeah.
if you've wronged him.
Got it. Okay.
He's very vengeful. Teal has ways to get around mind effects if she kills herself. She can just hop to another body that isn't affected by the mind affecting stuff. But if Prime Minister Sinister did a galaxy brain and afflicted all nearby targets with the command, she doesn't get a stability save. She is treated as already being under that effect when she jumps.
Got it.
Did she just jump into him? Is that on the table?
Yeah, but if she jumps into someone and they succeed the stability check hard enough, she just dies.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes
full-on
sense.
brain death.
So maybe not bringing Teal.
Gray is pretty okay against paranormal stuff because he makes things normal.
I thought he
yeah.
wasn't paranormal. I thought you said he was driven.
So, Prime Minister Sinister isn't driven, but Xander has paranormal stuff. Also, technically speaking, Gray makes things normal, and that has the most pronounced effect on paranormal stuff. But if anything's weird enough, he will calm it down.
They could also just shoot a sun at him. Like, Actually, no, I'd rather the sun be melting the portal.
So gray, red. Like the vengeance thing can be like really, really vague sometimes because like, does black get vengeful if someone forced him
I
to
don't think
run
we send any
away?
Vaqueros there. I actually don't think Vaqueros work well there. I think we already
Okay.
have a bunch of PCs going to that one, right?
We have 2.
That's less than I thought.
Yeah, we don't. We
Oh,
don't have a
right.
lot.
Carnade and Amp, we're doing a different one.
Yep.
Could we see?
Do you want to send all the Vaqueros to deal with Stonks and then Carnade and Amp come to deal with Prime Minister Sinister and Xander?
Alright, guys, now hear me out. We nuke him from orbit.
Because I feel like the Vaqueros all together could like destroy Stonks because they have the AOE Sun, the fucking mind control stuff. They have a lot of stuff.
Let's fix the situation by going to the most powerful character here, Tiny Boat, and asking him to sing the song that ends the world.
Yeah, I actually don't hate sending the Vaqueros to deal with Stonks as an 11 tuple. And putting a bunch of PCs on the Xander and Sinister job.
Okay. Alright, we'll send Carnade and Amp against Prime Minister Sinister.
Alright.
Because
No.
Carnade should be super fucking far away.
I do want to know, whoever you send Cyborg against, the Stalker is going to insist on following him.
That's fine.
No,
I'm
that's
sure. I'm sure a stalker
No, that's super not fine.
Why is that not fine? I'm sure him next to a portal is not going to be good for that portal.
Because Blue and Bill need to go together.
I'm confused. Why Blue can just
If
go
that
without
list
heal.
moves the Stalker, then...
The Stalker's the only thing keeping the
Actually,
pike intact.
wait. No, that doesn't work. No.
How localized is that effect to the Stalker?
It extends it to anything he's touching.
If we asked the Stalker to leave some of his like shave his fucking head or something and just put it on the bike, is that enough for a little while?
No.
Like, how does this work exactly?
No. Okay, then we send the Deputy Cyborg up with,
See, that doesn't work because I don't think they can carry both.
Now, I want to point out, if you knock the Stalker unconscious, he doesn't get a say.
I don't want to fight a Stalker.
Considering the way he moves, I didn't even know you could knock a Stalker unconscious. I thought it was like alive or dead. It's a binary.
Well, you just gotta fit up their head hitbox with shock.
So,
I will say, having the Stalker and Cyborg together is suboptimal.
Yeah, can we try and just not let Blue anywhere near where the where Cyborg is? Like, have Cyborg go hide until she leaves?
Okay, what if... This is the dumbest thing I have ever suggested, and I just suggested shaving the Stalker's head. This Stalker does not seem all of that intelligent. He is following the Cyborg in deference to anything else. Given that, I am imagining a situation where we create a picture of Cyborg and attach it to the side and attach it to the Stalker like a fucking horse blinder.
I don't think that's gonna work, buddy.
I don't know what Stalkers are. I'm like Chivalry. I can't see Stalkers. I don't understand them.
I genuinely think if we just hide, what's his name, Cyborg, and the Stalker never sees him, that might just not be an issue. and just paint it as, let's go see if he's up here. And it
I
was,
have an
Charlie,
idea.
yeah, you could just lie and say, "Hey, the Deputy Cyborg's over there."
Can't we
Or
just,
I
Mr.
can lie.
President could just lie before we leave.
couldn't
Okay.
we
Actually,
just talk
wait.
to the stalker
I don't
and
have to use
explain?
hypercharm.
Yeah.
Like, can we just talk to this man and
Telling
see?
the truth,
think of-
he doesn't
think
listen
of
to the truth.
every interaction we have had and how you think talking to him is going to go.
If we can fucking trick him or something.
That was the whole point of me saying that
Yeah.
we sent him up there.
Okay, so the Vaqueros have entered your sphere of influence.
Okay,
Mr.
we're-
President's anti-air is taking care of the majority of the Leviathan artillery.
We're hiding Cyborg.
All right,
He's going
Cyborg
in the building.
nods and just jumps into the water and sinks like a stone.
Sure. If he can breathe down there, that's great.
He is a cyborg.
He's still there.
I like how that just comes with so many assumptions.
Look, I'm not going to assume his lungs are replaced. They might be.
We
But-
don't know. We don't know. We don't know what percent of
The
this
fact
man is
he-
man.
No, the fact he jumped down there himself.
I know. I'm
Just
just.
says,
Yeah.
Okay,
really fucking
think of the
funny.
time. Think of the hour and a half that he was locked in a room with that thing. Do you think he's really going to think about that one too hard before? Drawing might be better than that. Yeah, it might
I mean, what's Cyborg's?
all right, Sam, can you edit it so Stonks is the Vaqueros minus blue, and then Carinade and Amp are up with the Prime Minister Sinister?
Sure thing.
What's Cyborg's body stat?
8.
And does he have any endurance?
Yes, so.
Okay, he's fine then. He can stay underwater for like 15 minutes then.
Okay.
All right. So the Vaqueros roll up. They are bloodied. They are burnt.
I heal them all.
Green kind of nods respectfully, grateful that he doesn't have to do it for fucking once in his life. The stalker just kind of glides along the water, still T-posing. Steps onto the pier. Where is Cyborg?
He went north towards the providing silence.
Understood.
Wait.
Wait, Blue can take you with Bill.
Blue and Bayou Bill are going. It will be a lot faster if you just hitch a ride with them.
All right. He just gets onto the bike, turns
Sideways.
90 degrees, sticks to the side of the boat as if duct taped there, rail straight. Blue is horrifically disturbed. She's trying to kick him a little bit to move him. He's not moving.
Bill, this is your ride.
Bill will see Blue kicking and say, "Excuse me, you're a little bit in the way of part of." Can you resituate yourself?
It'll be faster if you situate yourself how Blue
He
asks you.
slides along the z-axis 8 centimeters.
Bill looks up at Blue. Is that good?
I don't understand how he's moving. I don't know if it's gonna fuck with the bikes. Let's just leave him. As
Okay.
far as
You
I'm
gotta
aware, he
take him.
doesn't have air resistance.
That's cursed.
Just take him with you. He keeps your bike protected.
Yeah, I know, but
Just take him with you.
Listen,
no.
Blue?
Look at this though. She takes out a bullet from her gun, drops it. It goes through the stalker. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Blue.
Don't
it's,
worry.
it's fine. It's fine. I've encountered these guys before. I have some information about them. Literally anything that's too scientific or too magical or whatever, they ignore it. And because that's what this entire fucking plane of reality is, he's just don't worry about it. He doesn't really exist.
No,
He's not actually
Look,
here.
she
He's
kicks
doing a-
him. She's like, that hurt my foot.
Yeah, don't worry about it. He's not real. There's something fucking deeply wrong with him. Just roll with it.
I'm gonna pat Bill on the back, and I was like, "Bill's you're rude, man. He's right there."
The stalker
Yeah, look
turns his head 270 degrees to look at you and goes, "By ratings of Hume, I am 68% more real than anything in this town."
Yeah, that's the problem. This place is fucked, and you're not. It's like you're too out of phase with reality, or whatever patches for that here.
Do you have a thing that reads Hume for you, or do you just know?
I'm Stalker Man, and I'm the strangest thing alive.
Incorrect. Wolf is stranger.
Did he just ignore my question, or did you not hear it?
He just ignored it.
Okay.
You just gotta say it again, but louder, like an Italian.
No, that won't help.
Like an Italian? What the fuck? Okay.
No, that's the stalker. Can you tell me the exact number of humans in this area to 8 significant figures?
0.786253. Repeating.
Can you read out pi while they drive?
For what value of pi?
Yes.
One whole slice.
36 degrees.
All right, Bill kind of claps his hand on his face. And says, okay, let's go. I'm not gonna lie. This guy's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying what's happening here, but we have shit we gotta do.
Wait for my signal to get directly to him. Oslo is writing down counter runes, and if you guys engage before those are finished, it might be a problem.
Okay.
Oh, shit. One scene I forgot because we rushed last session. When the Fringe Marquis kills the Goliath, Charlie did notice that the presiding silence did move. He got up and punched the air above his runes. You saw like this film of green energy. You see his hand, like fingers, start to get through the energy before he's forced back. Oslo looks at that, considers his orders, does some mental math, and then goes back to writing the counter runes. But, Mr. President, you have 5 hard dice in mind, right?
Yep.
You remember from a description Charlie gave earlier, all of these guys came to the flotilla with restraints on them. They were allowed to remove them and given limited freedom in order to do their jobs. Thinking back to how the Goliath was situated over him, it's possible the runes aren't there to protect him. They're there to keep him in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pass that on to Charlie.
If I write in glass on the ground in front of Oslo, would Silence know about that?
Do you have subtle on your glass?
Yes.
Then So, you know he has a thing that does echolocation. If he does that, he would notice the difference in density.
Okay. Would he not also notice additional runes and Oslo there, if that were to happen?
So, Oslo can kind of dodge it with his teleport, and the runes, they kind of are like green and floaty. You're not sure how real they are.
Okay. Could I get a read on the range of his echolocation?
It's just wherever there's sound, and given his sound manipulation powers, that's really hard to tell.
Okay. I am going to take a risk and write above where Oslo's writing runes. Runes might be restrained. As small as I can.
Oslo's going to dab a little bit of glowing paint and write in the air. I can't kill him without these runes gone.
I will not respond. I will actually just leave that. Yeah, that's fine. But Oslo is aware of that, and he might be helped by that information.
Okay. Okay, so everything should be set. Everyone's allocated. We're good to execute, right? No one has any last minute things? Okay.
I actually do have one stupid question again.
What's up?
Do waterlogged, like, what degree of... Basically, do waterlogged have any personality whatsoever?
They do. It's just usually the worst parts of whatever real personality they had before.
Do they have names?
No.
Okay, that's important. Thank you.
Okay. So, one thing none of you guys noticed, Propulsion was already gone about 6 minutes ago. He was probably gone before the Vaqueros even showed up.
Honestly, that just makes sense. Yeah.
Propulsion, you're blasting through. You notice, do your thrusters make noise? Bob.
Yeah.
They do?
What?
Do your thrusters make noise?
No, they're just very bright.
Okay, that's fine then. You're going through. I'm going to roll. No, wait. You have the hourglass on you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Bob, in your pocket, you feel movement. It's in the same pocket as where you left Johnny Switchblade's knife and the hourglass. Do you investigate or do you ignore them?
I'm gonna land on a building and investigate.
All right. So the straight razor is inert still. The hourglass, you pull it out. The sand is flowing up.
That's slightly ominous.
As you notice that, you hear the sound of a crack rifle go off, and Repulsion is blown through a nearby wall as he scrambles into cover. He's bleeding pretty badly. He's staunched the wound, but he looks up and notices you. He's having pretty much the same reaction.
So how about this? You go back to bleeding out, and I leave.
It looks like he's about to respond when the hourglass runs out. You guys have... Okay, so how do I put this? Almost like a fog rolling in. You see the Hanged Man's office appear behind him. Can I get a perception check real fast?
Mindscape.
From Propulsion?
Yes.
Skip.
Hey, Bob, get Mindscaped, idiot.
I'd rather not. Yep. 2 4s.
Okay. This is just a little optional thing, but you do notice your eyes trail the edge of the scenery. It looks like the Hanged Man's little hovel with all the stacked up stuff transitions into cleaner looking lines of black obsidian and marble before the scene changes again. And in the scene where you see yourself in third person with Lone Star killing your best friend in the neighborhood, there's a flicker. You see Repulsion down an arm watching one of his friends get his head blown off by Sal Sr. And scenery that's meant to draw a dichotomy. It's meant to show basically everything in the same place, just with the faces swapped. You look back at Repulsion, you see like he's having a similar vision. As the image breaks, he's gonna put up his hands in a "I'm not fighting" kind of position.
That's kind of what I meant by you go back to doing your thing and I go back to doing my thing, and we don't speak about this, okay?
You going after Lone Star?
Yes.
He's
I've
gonna.
got both our graves dug somewhere.
He's gonna think for a
Yeah.
second. He's gonna make a roll. And he's gonna look at you and go, "Do you want help with that?"
What?
Well, now you see, the problem with you helping me with that is then you see, as human beings, we have this thing called empathy and wanting to help people who helped us, and then I'm gonna want to help you kill Sal Senior.
Deal.
Well, you see, the problem with that being,
He just fucking made a deal.
the problem with that being, I don't know if we're gonna be able to come out of this alive.
I came here
So if
wanting
you-
to die. How about you?
But I'm fine with dying with my shot to kill Lone Star. Are you fine dying not to have your shot to kill Sal Senior?
All right, simple solution. Don't die. Look, man, I came here expecting a very different fight. I thought I was prepared, but I'm not built for the shit I saw that we hit here. And if we're the same, I'm guessing you're having a similar experience. Am I wrong?
Okay, but I can actually punch above my weight class.
The same, but I don't want to.
Alright, I want you to think very carefully about what not having that shot at Sal Senior means.
Look, we have a better chance if you escort me to Lone Star than of me making a dash for Sal Senior right now. I'm probably not going to make it if I go on my own. If you say I'm in custody and you take me to Sal Senior, that's probably my shot at getting to him. Because they're not going to shoot me then.
You know where Sal Senior is.
He points to the central repository in the middle of town.
Cool. What's the order you want to go in?
Well, Lone Star is going to be close to the central repository, so I think we're going the same direction.
Good enough for me!
All
I've got
right.
I've got extra graves dug. Let's go.
He reaches up a hand as if asking you to help him up. You got one more to dig in you?
It's already dug. Let's go.
He grabs your hand like, "You son of a bitch," and he's up.
We're off to see the fight. Oh boy, the fight.
He stops for a second and goes, "Wait, you don't..." One thing I should probably teach you. Do you know how to punch through armor?
I can punch hard enough to punch through armor.
He's gonna go, "No, but like, do you know how to do a penetrating strike?" Like, he does a punch that looks weird, and it has no power, but you see it just go through about an inch of metal, like follow through, you know?
I'm more of a combination fighter.
Alright, I'm gonna need a second to heal up anyway. You see him pull out what looks to be like a white nail. He sticks it into his wound, and you see it dissolve into sutures. Alright, while I heal up, I'm gonna teach you how to do that, because you're gonna need that. And what he does is he teaches you the penetrating strike maneuver. You can take a penalty dice to get 1 level of penetration.
Sick.
Okay, that's going to take a minute. We're going to cut to who wants to go next.
Xander.
We're feeling Xander?
I'm feeling Xander.
Okay.
I'll watch that.
So, Karenade, Amp, and Avery and Mr. President.
Squad.
As you guys start moving, you notice the waterlogged scatter to remain out of sight and in the shadows. You guys barely see movement out of the cornea of your eyes constantly. You're aware they're there, but you never see them. You guys roll up on the block they're in. You notice it is a full bedlam. Buildings are on fire. People are panicking, cowering. You see friends trying to drown each other. The snipers that are there are all just firing at Xander as he goes, "I have been selected by the greatest powers. I have reached enlightenment and have thus been subsumed into the endless process of samsara." You hear one of the fucking snipers go, "That's the punishment, you fucking idiot!" as they blow his head off. "You're trying to reach nirvana!" And then he gets blown. That sniper gets obliterated by another sniper as Xander reconstructs.
Jesus. I am immediately gonna try to get people to stop focusing on Xander and look at chivalry and nod knowingly and just assume that him and Avery are gonna have that handled. I'm going to try to get the snipers to focus on the M3s, and if they can find Prime Minister Sinister, him.
All right. How are you going to go about persuading them if you want to get around the presiding silence?
I kind...
Wait, we may not need to do that. Let me roll for... Okay, so this should actually go off first no matter what happens.
Okay.
Oslo finishes the counter rooms. You see the green membrane dissolve, and for a second, all sound stops across the entirety of the flotilla. You see Oslo jab out with the whalebone rapier. You see the presiding silence just straight up catch it in a hand and rip it out of Oslo's hand.
Can I see any of Oslo?
Yeah, you can see Oslo.
I am immediately going to turn into glass when the runes are gone.
Turn Oslo to glass?
Sorry. Presiding silence.
Alright. You see him turn to glass, and then his power triggers, and then he turns himself to iron.
Gotcha.
And then begins moving.
Do you want to message? Seth, can you message?
Mine does have duration, so that might mess with him. I don't know if his does.
It does.
Okay.
Seth, can you message Blue to start driving?
Blue's already on the way. They'll reach there in about a round.
Okay.
Okay.
You see the presiding silence whip out an arm blade. His is made of... It's just cold iron vaguely bent into the shape. It is blunt. You see Oslo try and stop time, but you see the cold iron blade warm up as it goes through where Oslo was, and you see it catches a chunk of him at his side. Oslo is going to have difficulty with this.
Okay.
He just has to survive for one round.
Yep.
So
you see Lug seeing that, instantly Goliath. He pulls out a fob watch, hits the button. You guys see darkness cover the flotilla as it becomes midnight. So it is dark and silent for a second. Sound returns. Charlie, you see sound waves building up rapidly in the area around the presiding silence. You see iron begin snaking out from Oslo's wound.
I can't power drain that, can I?
You can try.
Yeah, I will try because I have glass right there, and they're carrying glass anyway.
All right. It'll start building up. Lug is doing some magical shit with the Goliath. That's going to be on the side. So that fight's going to escalate for a round before. We're going to cut back to that as the Vaqueros roll, or there's
Oslo
roll.
Does have access to Candy Comet, if that matters.
He didn't think to take it.
I gave it to everyone. Oh, he didn't.
He didn't think to eat it because he didn't know
he
the
can.
duration was on it.
Yeah, he can eat that. That is on the table.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna come back to Mr. President.
Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna start giving orders for people to ignore Xander and try to focus on the M3s and find Prime Minister Sinister, I guess.
All right, I'm gonna need a leadership role from you.
Okay. Do I feel like it'd be safe to use Hyper Charm here?
Yes. In fact, you probably want to be using Hyper Command.
Hyper Command, sorry.
Yeah, you probably want to be using that. No one's gonna begrudge you for doing it in this situation.
Just 1 second. I did the
I'm surprised they keep him around with how concerned they are about it.
I mean, he was the most heavily restrained out of all of them.
That makes sense.
Okay, rolled 2 10s, so I gained a willpower. That's going to be 10 10s.
All right.
Ooh, nice.
Chained. It's also chained to an additional 4 10s.
So, you see them start pecking away at Xander's golden cohort instead of them. And it turns out gold makes for some really shitty armor. These guys get blown to pieces.
wait, it wasn't just like anodized on there?
No.
You can't if it's anodized, Seth.
I'd like to think while Xander's like they're getting shot, it's like, don't worry, boys, the gold will protect you. It's just going clearly through the gold pieces.
No, Terraria lied to me.
So,
Minecraft didn't.
now there are 50 of them, and the snipers were pecked away at before, you got here. And they do need a round or two to set up, get them in their set. That's still like 10 Mark IIIs taken out immediately.
Can I also, because I have the special, you said the one squad of laser rifles.
Yes, you have those with you.
Can I have them and one group of like helicopters, like the one group of helicopters looking for the Prime Minister, and then the laser rifles also shooting at the gold boys? Because they have penetration 6.
Yeah, those will eviscerate. Now, the hitboxes aren't reduced, just the armor, so they can eviscerate like 1 per round.
That's fine. Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Alright. Xander is straight up not paying attention to any of his boys dying because he's noticed Avery is there.
This entire time, Avery has not broken stride, just gently strolling along, moving up towards Xander. He stops about 30 feet away from him and just... in a minute, Chris.
Okay.
And Avery just stands there, sort of rocking back and forth, says, Alexander Frell. Sort of nods his head like it's an insult.
He's going to look at you and go, puppet boy.
Chivalry, as he says that, Chivalry will walk up next to Avery. Draw Fraggle Rock.
Actually, can I amend my statement?
No, Puppet Boy works.
No, because see, Xander's going to stop and go, you know what? No. Because puppets were the one decent fucking thing about you. You notice there's a teddy bear strapped to his waist.
Oh.
You remember that's the teddy bear he made to try and spite you because you had the puppet boy thing.
That time he tried to take over Avery's life on campus by being the new puppet boy.
Yeah, he tried to take everything from you. He's gonna go. No, you know what? That's not what fucking describes you. You know what describes you?
Avery just tilts his head slightly.
You make people feel fucking sorry for you. You know that? You make people pity you. And then he stops for a second. He goes, you know, when I lived with you, I honestly thought it was me. I thought, you know... He struggles to get the words out. I felt sorry for you for a little bit before I noticed people hung out with you. Even in passing, somehow you were always just a little bit more liked than me. And I thought for a second there that it was me. And then I came here and I realized, no, it was always you. See, I didn't recognize that people felt fucking sorry for you. People couldn't fucking stand you. And I got blowback from it because I lived with you. I could have been fucking loved. I came here and I was top of the fucking food chain. And it was because I didn't have your ass dragging me down. Well, I'm not going back!
Jesus.
You think you can just roll up after fucking months? No.
Avery can't handle this. He just leans back and starts laughing.
Come on, you have to say more.
No, he's not even giving Xander the benefit of speaking to him. He just can't handle this. He's laughing. He's smiling. Even Chivalry is laughing a little bit. He wasn't alive when Xander was around, but boy, he knows about him.
He's gonna look just taken aback, hurt, confused. He's like, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Xander. People tolerated me. I was awkward. I grant that. But at least I had empathy. At least I understood people. I could see a person and realize that they had their own life and that it was worth talking to them, to learn more about another person, to be friends with another person. You have never seen another person in your entire life. And, well, that's not quite true. You did once. But G-Slice is dead now. And he won't ever be able to come back. You have nothing and you never had anything.
He's gonna start crying. He's gonna go, G-Slice is dead? G-Slice, what? He's just gonna be stunned at that for a second. Roll persuasion to see what line of dialogue I take from here.
Okay.
Doesn't tack on that he can't come back either.
How do you like fucking 4 6s?
This is the whole point of G-Slice. That's right. Give Avery a round against his final boss.
So Xander's actually going to lose some willpower from finding out G-Slice is dead. He's going to look at Avery. And what is he going to say? He's going to look at him and go, You've pretty thoroughly taken him apart. He's gonna look at you and go, the fucked up thing about this is you're wrong. Because I did see someone else. Or at least I thought I did. I saw you for a minute. For like that first fucking week, I tried to be your fucking friend. I tried to get into your interests. I tried to find some fucking thing to talk to you about. And, it had positive effects. I made Scary Barry here. As soon as he picks it up, the sword that was leading you to him falls, and Scary Barry begins to move.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck!
Xander isn't even going to respond. He's like, when that didn't fucking work, I sat in on some of your classes. I tried to find because I just couldn't find shit to talk to you about. You remember that time he sat in on a class and got a fucking grade higher than you, and he was so fucking smug about it? I thought it was cool that, I got a grade higher, and then, maybe you would come to me and I could fucking help you, and it would be cool because I was good at something. And you're right. I don't have a lot, okay? But you know what? I got this now, and you're not fucking taking it from me, as he fucking Jojo walks up to you.
Oh shit.
Quick, tell him you're an empath.
Alright,
tell
so,
me
you know what? Because you know what? I am an empath. And you're looking pretty fucked up right now, buddy. You're saying I don't fucking see people? Look in a fucking mirror. What the fuck happened to you? Oh, you're gonna lecture me about not caring about people. What have you done recently, huh? Come on, jerk off in front of me with your moralistic bullshit. How have you helped people? He sees waterlogged start tearing it. They're not tearing into the Mark IIIs because you ordered them not to fight, but he's going around, because you got fucking zombies following you, my man! You look like you're straight out of a fucking... Avery, you're good with references. What's the fucking one with the Scarface guy that gets in your dreams?
Avery doesn't answer Xander that question, but says instead, I've been making friends. I came here with my friends, with people I've helped. And now, too, I have these friends. I found them. They're full of hate, and they're very broken people, but I can help them. I can make them better and bring them back to what they were. They are here because, in a way, they respect me. I don't really expect you to understand that.
Xander's gonna make a brawling check to punch you in the face. So that's gonna be a cold shot to the head. That's 2 10s.
Can I ask a question at this juncture? At this moment, which sheet do I use?
Use Avery's for now. We're not at the new one yet.
Okay.
Because weirdly enough, you picked the good karma option with that response.
No, I want you to know I am only trying to hurt Xander as much as possible with what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you can't lie.
It's the best part.
So you did mean that.
Yes.
In some way.
Chris will be back.
Chris, no. Oh, wait, hold on.
He's helping Matt with something real quick.
Okay.
Stop on Mike listening on Sam yelling.
So cold shot, 2 10s to the head.
Yep.
Can you just make a dodge check?
You could.
Dodge is underbody.
Coordination.
Okay.
I think if you get a single match, you're there. I don't know if you can do that though. Genuinely.
No, 210s is like decent. That is actually a decent roll.
I mean, it is, but like, doesn't literally any matchup dodge?
No, you do need to get to. He doesn't have interference on his dodge, so he needs to. He needs to get either 210s or beat it by.
Can I spend a base will to have something else happen?
Depends on what it is, because base will does have limitations on what it can and cannot do.
How much?
I would
is
like to spend a base will for Avery to have one of the powers on the news sheet for a moment.
Okay, but that will count as like a negative karma thing, if that's cool with you. Like, less human.
I mean, that choice has never stopped him before.
That's true.
Alright, Avery spends a base will. He does not dodge. He does not move. The Xander's fist is after the police are interested.
They heard the yelling.
Oh shit, can you imagine? Xander's fist does not connect. It hits Avery, but it simply goes through him. His body flows like water.
My man.
What?
This is Xander just being frustrated. He's gonna go, look, I'm not gonna fucking argue with you. You know what, fuck this. He takes out a strip of cold iron, taps it to the veins of gold running through his body, and horrifyingly, you see that gold transmute to cold iron.
Ooh. Wait, he didn't even make real gold if he can transmute that.
Yeah, but he can't afford real gold.
He just needed a little.
So, during all of this, Chivalry will have been observing Gary Barry. What's going on with the boy?
He is screaming and clutching his head.
Which hands is he using to clutch his head?
The 3 top ones.
Okay.
How many hands does it have?
We'll find out.
Okay.
Xander really fucked up.
Xander tried to make his own puppet, but he doesn't have anything even approximating the skills to do that. So he purchased a teddy bear at Goodwill, and none of them match each other or the bear. So it's not Avery would never ask where he got them. He began sewing extra arms to the bear and writing stuff for a character named Scary Barry. After about 4 hours of effort and a lot of swearing, all Xander had to show for it was a teddy bear with 5 arms.
Where's the fifth?
They're all around the bear in sort of a starfish.
Okay.
It's flailing around. It has rolled over to near Chivalry.
Are his facial features apparent?
Yes.
His eyes are glowing red. Not brightly, but like little flickering embers. And newly carved on his forehead are the words "Best Puppet."
So I mentioned how I added some stuff to Scary Barry.
Yes.
Chivalry's going to need to make a stability check as soon as he sees Best Puppet.
Oh shit. Okay. Chivalry has 0 command.
Okay.
I thought he inherited,
No
what's his
stability?
name?
Chivalry can't buy stability because he has 0 command.
I thought he inherited.
No, he inherits mind and sense. So, unless he spends 2 willpower, this very minor ability will go off. I'll just tell you right now, all it's going to do is put the seed of doubt that this is in fact the best puppet into Chivalry. Like, when he thinks of puppet, like the best possible version, he's gonna think of Scary Barrett.
I'll spend 2 willpower.
That was a good spend.
Why won't you let me give your puppet body dysmorphia? Or just
Yeah, that one's going in quotes.
Hey, is Chris back yet?
No.
Okay.
Do you need him back? He can come back for his scene.
No, that's fine. I'll wait till he's back, like, in a permanent fashion.
He said, I'm gonna help Nads, let me know if it's my scene. I like when it's supposed to be him. I'm supposed to help.
Yeah, we're gonna cut to Chris's scene if he can come back.
Oh.
Yeah, I meant to have that a little bit better written, but I don't know if you could
That
tell.
was beautiful, though.
You had some real anguish in that voice, like genuinely.
Likewise, I had written some stuff about what Avery was going to say there.
Told him to come back.
Give it a minute. So,
I'm back.
There we go.
Oh, Chris here?
Yeah, sorry, I was helping
No worries.
Nat.
No worries. So a little radio goes off with the officer with you because he has a radio functionality. One of your helicopters is going to radio in. Target found, permission to engage.
Do not engage, and then I'll let Carinade and Amp know. All right, there's your target, guys. Go fucking kill him.
He's on the 8th floor of a building nearby. You notice he is just perched on the fucking windowsill, merrily waving at you guys.
Sam.
Yeah?
It costs 21 willpower to do it. I've got 21 willpower.
You need more than 21, because otherwise you're gonna have 0 willpower and you're.
But I have 19 base, so I can convert a base into. Does that take like an action to convert base to?
Nope, you can just do it.
Okay, well then I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna obliterate the building. He's on the 8th floor, right?
Yep.
I hope he likes fall damage. Yeah, he'll just walk up and Amp will walk up and just be like, "Hey, goodbye," and I'm gonna hit the building in an upward direction.
All right. So how much? So that has the mass capacity of Manhattan, right?
Mass capacity of 120 million tons. Traumatic on it, and controlled effect, and it's horrifying. And duration.
Okay.
Oh, and days, and it can and non-physical. So it goes through armor.
Okay.
I don't think he's wearing armor.
Oh, and electrocuting.
He does have armor. Now, going through it, this is targeting the building he's in.
Yes, I'm trying to shoot the building into the sky super far up.
Now, he had a prepared action to jump out of the building. That's not going to save him. That's not going to save him.
All right, I'm gonna send you the power just so you have the list of. Oh fuck, God, that's horrifying. Oh God, I forgot I sent you that.
Which one did you send him?
I deleted it because it should not go on stream.
I clicked over before you deleted it, but we'll see how that gets caught.
Which one was it?
This is the one where the girl's drinking.
Okay, yeah, let's not talk anymore.
This is already banned on Twitch. Okay. So, here's what's gonna happen. You hear the thrum of guitar strings as a ripple goes up the building, and you see massive pillars of rock go skyward. Prime Minister Sinister had a pretty good dodge action as he leaps. It looks like he's got some body augments, like some Mark II type stuff. That gets him pretty far. It does not save him as the wall of sound hits him and you see him crumple slightly. It's not the full effect as he was out of the building when it went off.
Okay.
Does
the traumatic hit him?
Fast. He is immune to trauma because he has really high command. What does happen is he's going several miles into the air.
Okay, it does have duration, so I don't know if any of the effects hit him. That does have duration. Okay, then I don't have to roll a trauma check, which I auto pass anyway.
Yeah. You see him
and I get my 21 willpower back.
Run down the rubble going through the air, but it doesn't matter. He's fucked. You see him just disappear into the horizon a little bit.
I wave back.
My Minister Sinister is blasting off again.
That's what I was thinking. That's all I wanted to do was blast them off again. Get team rocketed.
Alright. So for
when he
just
lands, I would like to
bookkeeping-
look from a very far distance so that he can't talk to me and see if he's dead.
Did you have any glass in that building?
Was there glass in the building, Sam?
Probably. I feel it's a tall building. There's a high chance.
Okay.
And if I was looking in the area, there probably would have been some at a top corner.
Alright, so what's going to happen is he's tumbling through the air. You see rubble the size of buses just colliding with the man. You're going to tell that he spends at least 6 normal willpower and 4 base willpower to stay alive.
Where he lands, after all of it's said and done.
He lands. How to calculate angle? About halfway between the foundry and the flotilla. He is just flat on his ass. You see his mask is just completely gray at the minute, just iron mesh, before his features fade back in. He just goes, ow. He tries to get up, but all of his limbs are just busted to shit. His armor is fractured. You see him fumble with his one good finger to stick one of the white nails that metallurgist gave him.
I'm going to turn the white nail into glass.
He just stabs himself with glass, goes, alright.
It's really fucked.
I'm going to target him with 2 glass. I will check on this scene later to see if he has turned into glass, and if not, I will turn him to glass again.
Or I could just shoot him.
You can also just shoot him. I will phone you coordinates.
I think he's survived. He's alright?
Everything's good.
Everything's good. He then has this backup thing where he's gonna heal himself, and it stabs himself in the neck instead. So now he's bleeding out there, and then a fucking mortal shell hits him.
Charlie, he's gonna smile and he's gonna go, eyes on me.
I'm not going to do this in any sort of range where he can talk to me because I specifically want to be far away from him.
You can see the vibrations of his voice. He specifically has a thing that draws attention to his voice. If you are capable of listening to him, you have to. Unless you want to do a stability check.
Burn willpower. Burn willpower.
After I hit him with 2 glass, I'm going to stop looking.
Okay. He has Endless on his command.
Can you give him the coordinate? Give Carronade the coordinates. I'll look at Charlie.
I'm not there.
Oh, yeah.
I do have glass there, and so I can see you.
Can you give Carronade the coordinates? I'm looking in a window.
Yeah, I was going to phone that to him and put it in front of him.
Bob, do what you do.
Okay.
End this man's career.
5 10s.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. Fuck. God damn.
We said the most PCs here, Sam. It was gonna happen to one of the characters,
We
okay?
also sent the 2, hey, let's just nuke them from 3 miles away, people here.
Okay. So, Seth, I'm gonna need a stability check from Charlie.
Okay.
Now note, if you make the stability check, you won't have access to turn to glass.
How do you mean, like,
For
just for this round?
For just this round,
Okay,
you won't be
yeah,
able
sure.
to do a stability check and turn to glass unless you do multiple actions.
Okay.
Buy with willpower.
Yeah, I'll do the stability check.
Alright, that would be 10 willpower, if you did. Now, here's the thing. Mr. President, you have 5 hard dice in mind, right?
Mm-hmm. I have 4 hard dice.
Oh, 4 hard dice in
No, I
mind?
have 4
Okay,
dice.
that's still good. Way back when Tristan gave you a briefing on some of the nails they had, you remember there was one called the penitence nail.
Mm-hmm.
That was, if it's stabbed into you, it brings you to the brink of death, but you have wound reflection for a few turns.
But wasn't that turned into glass?
That was the healing nail, the one the one that Charlie saw Repulsion heal with earlier. The penitence nail is black, the healing nail is white.
I'm gonna turn to... Would I think about that quick enough to tell Amp to heal Jack, Carronade right away?
Possibly.
That's on you thing, like, because I have a
Roll
set...
persuasion. We'll see how fast it is.
Sam, I just have straight 10 hard dice and
Then, yeah.
charm.
What width does the heal go off at?
Okay,
The
so
heal?
normally,
Sorry, let me go look. With 7.
Okay. So the heal is applied. That's 5 hard dice. That was a width of 5 on the carronade attack, Bob, right?
It also has duration, so once he has it, he's pretty much good.
Mm-hmm. Bob?
Bob?
What?
What was the width on the carronade attack again? How much damage?
5 10s?
So is that just 5 shock and killing?
What?
Is that just 5 shock and killing to all hit locations?
Yes.
Okay. Bob, just in case you missed it, full disclosure, the penitence nail is...
Yeah.
The penitence nail
I heard.
is active. That's why he spent so much base willpower to stay alive.
I heard.
Cool. So, Carronade is going to take that amount of damage. It will have the non-physical extra, so it's not reduced by armor.
Okay.
But it is healed immediately, so all you have to do is survive.
Does the damage you've dealt kill you outright?
Outright?
You can buy it off with willpower, but...
Yeah, it does kill me outright, but if I buy it off with willpower, it doesn't.
You,
By the way, I'm
you
gonna
just have to
spend-
buy the bare minimum, Bob, because I heal you for 7 engulfed.
Yeah. So, I think 4 willpower should do it.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, I'm gonna buy off his charm or whatever it was, and still turn into glass.
Okay. So you see him make a stability check and use willpower? This is different. So you think back to how Cobb had a weirdly easy time buying off your glass? That way back when? It feels very similar, but like a more focused version of that technique. The glass, you see, like, it's like an ember catching fire. You're turning into glass, but it's spreading slowly. It's like his body is actively kind of trying to push it back, but you're still winning.
Okay.
It seems like your power's affecting him, but he's put it on a slow burn. His limbs are gone at this point. He's just a body and a head.
Ideally, I would be starting from his skull.
That'll spread slower. Are you okay with that?
I'm fine with it spreading slower because that's going to start damaging his brain.
Okay. So, if you're turning to glass, you have to see him, right?
Not once it starts. It's got duration.
But you are using it this round, right?
I used it this round. This is the round that I bought off his thing.
Okay. You already turned his healing thing to glass this turn.
I thought that was last turn.
Yeah, I thought that
This
was
is
last turn.
I thought we were on a separate turn.
Because he stabbed himself in the neck with the healing thing.
Because you said I couldn't do the stability check and turn him to glass. That's what you said.
Oh, okay. My bad. Right. So that was last round. My bad. I lost track.
Because he wouldn't have known I was looking until after I turned his thing to glass.
Correct. Okay. So, that is the next round. My math was off. Okay.
And then I'm just gonna stop looking because I don't need to keep looking once the duration thing's set.
Okay.
He doesn't. I don't think he knows that though.
Alright.
Because this is the first combat I've used the duration thing in.
That's fair. Okay. So, he's going to just turn to glass miles off. So that's Prime Minister Sinister down. God damn, I forgot. Didn't think Amp would use it on the fucking building. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think about that.
So he's proper dead now?
He's dying a very slow, horrible death. To be honest, if I was him, I probably would have just died in the sky. That would have been a lot worse than horrifyingly being turned to glass at the skull.
How long does that reflection now last?
Until they take it out.
Okay.
So, Charlie, just to give you a full estimation of how long it's going to take, just because you would know, it's going to take him about 12 hours to fully turn to glass.
I think he'll be dead long before he fully turns to glass.
Probably. Anyway, so that, if we translate that to game terms, that's 2 rounds where where Avery and Xander are going to fight without outside influence.
Okay, I'm gonna jump back to helping Nats.
Okay.
Just message me, Seth.
I gotcha.
We'll just have to remember that because I'm gonna need a week to prepare for that one.
So, just would that take place while the argument was happening?
No. Look, just let me have the Act 3 breakdown in the rain where they're both screaming at each other. It'll be better.
Works.
It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be good. Okay.
Scary Barry can use his power.
So we get to Bill and Blue rolling up on the presiding silence. Oh.
That was Derek.
Okay.
He popped in and then left.
Got it. Okay, so you guys notice Oslo is having a lot of trouble with just some guy until you notice his time stop rune is burnt out, and B, there is a vein of cold iron appearing in his wound that is actively burning him alive from the inside out.
Ooh, that's not good.
You see Oslo use the time rune once, completely burning it out, to stab the presiding silence directly in the throat. It looks like it gets him for a second, as he just then reaches up, pulls the sword out of his throat, and throws it. And you see him punch Oslo hard enough to both break his mask, and you see break his spine in 6 places.
Oh, boy.
How close is Bill at this moment?
You would be in range for the bite if you want to try it.
Bill would like to try to bite the presiding silence.
Okay. The presiding silence, he doesn't have full cold iron, but with his turn to iron power, he can integrate it a little bit. So he doesn't have the gobble dice, but when you attack him, you're going to be rolling normal dice instead of wiggle or hard dice. If you're using the bite.
Okay. That's a little subpar.
It is the only thing that makes him survivable.
Well, how many of your dice are wiggle die?
4.
You can still get a match.
Okay, I did better than that. 310.
Nice.
Okay.
So that's 3 10s with 5 attack levels and 4 penetration. And 3 levels of go first.
Yeah, you get through his defenses. How many attack levels is on that boy?
5.
So
So that's
it
8
has a
shot
golf,
killing
right?
bow. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. He has 1 point of hardened light armor, but I don't think that's going to be enough to save him completely. That's going to be like, what is that, like 8 shocking killing to the head alone?
Yeah.
Alright. So that's 7 killing I need to rectify after the light armor. He has...
Does he have any extra tough?
Not really. Well, he has a little bit, but... He has a little, but not a lot. Let's see here. It's going to be 8 hitboxes. Okay, he can stay up with only spending 3 willpower. But,
That's also pretty rough.
yeah,
Does
he lose any of his hit locations?
he does not.
Are his limbs usable? Because if they're full of shock and or killing,
I know they would lose, but he does have a little bit of extra tough. The head is the main concern for him.
That makes sense. Oh, does Blue start shooting, or does she need to drive?
Blue is shooting or driving before she can shoot. She can do one or the other. She's the worst driver they have.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm getting the idea though that the worst driver of the Vaqueros is still like an Olympic level motorcyclist, like SSX tricky.
Oh, absolutely, but
Is SSX tricky what I think it is?
I don't know. So,
no, it's not.
Full goblin
full.
shark, jaw
Oh,
goes
shit.
out. You see it hit resistance as it gets near this man. You see the energy kind of flowing around him before the jaw clamps down on him anyway. You hear the grinding and rending of metal as he is just crushed like a soda can and at the bottom of the Marianas Trench. He's almost goes down, but he finds a little bit of grit and stands back up. You see him take out a penitence nail and jab it into his thigh.
So, while this is happening, am I close enough to get an anatomy sense and electro sense of this man?
Yeah. It's... So he doesn't have it for all of the usefuls. I had to kind of compromise on how his cold iron was set up. So anatomy sense goes through, electro sense does not. You would roll normal dice for electro sense.
Electro sense has no normal dice.
No, you turn your hard dice or wiggle dice into normal dice for the purposes of rolling.
Oh, okay. I actually, on those 3 10s, I only rolled the 6 dice and not 10 dice.
Roll the extra 4. We'll see if he needs to spend any more willpower. Yeah, it downgrades your dice. It doesn't remove.
Yeah, there's okay. He's fine. It's still 3 10s.
Okay.
Dang, that was a really good roll on just 6 die.
Yeah, like Jesus. Let me roll transcontinental cable finder. I'm not going to get any matches. Bill doesn't get any matches on electro perception.
Okay, with anatomy sense, the reason Oslo was having trouble with this guy is when he turns himself to iron, he stops. It's not like Charlie where his body is like reconstructed slightly. This man just straight up does not have internal organs. And in fact, he kind of feels more like a hollow shell. There's something burning within him, though.
Well, that's a shame. I was going to enter stealth and sucker punch him, but can't do that now.
Yeah, he has no liver.
Still, the greatest fucking flaw you've ever written.
An enemy without a liver.
If the FOP sucker punch only works if the target has a liver. That's where you need to punch them.
That's a good flaw, because it does come up occasionally.
Yeah.
So, you see Lug in the distance with the Goliath. Apparently there's more settings to the FOP watch than the one you know about, because his FOP watch only turned it to midnight for a second before the AoE went all the way down to 10 yards. It currently looks as if Lug has brought the Goliath into a neon hellscape, and there are ghostly after images of Lug just beating this thing to death with like 8 of him.
Well, that makes sense, honestly. It's a watch. It probably has some time powers. Let me see. What can Bill... So everything Bill has will be downgraded to normal dice, right?
Only if it's paranormal. Cold Iron only works on magical stuff.
So Bill's healing factor and armor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like...
Only if the Presiding Suns has affected you with Cold Iron does the stuff on you turn to normal dice.
Okay.
So if you're affecting him, it's always normal dice. If he hits you, your healing and extra tough go to normal dice for that round.
Okay. Does the Presiding Silence have eyes? Like, what is his specific mode that he's using to see people?
He does not have eyes. It's a solid metal plate with like 2 phonograph horns on the side of his head.
All right. If he can't directly see me, is 6 hard dice in stealth good enough to enter stealth without him noticing?
You can definitely try.
Fuck. Okay, Bill will try to enter.
It's a passive, isn't it?
What?
It's a passive, isn't it?
Yes. It is endless and subtle. Bill will attempt to enter stealth once he determines that this man actually can't. He'll be able to tell his last position, but Bill doesn't think he can perceive him beyond that, so Bill will enter stealth.
Can you throw underground like you did that one time?
Probably not silently.
So Blue is going to try and get a shot off. The second her hammer hits her gun, you see a flash, but it's cut short as most of the gunpowder in the round is turned to iron dust.
Okay.
So her bullets aren't going to be a great help against this guy.
All right.
She
Have
should
I
probably
successfully
just-
If I've entered stealth, I'd like to start moving towards him.
Alright, you move towards him. He doesn't seem to be responding.
Okay.
Okay.
When Bill is close enough, I'd like to make a brawling check at him.
Alright. Tell you what. Make a free perception check real fast for me. Just because he's doing a thing.
Bill has 2 hard dice of endless perception.
Okay. I thought so. So, here's the thing. Make your brawling check as normal. Your 2 hard dice of perception, since this is kind of an external thing, you notice his fingers are tapping on his thigh in a particular rhythm. Your anatomy sense is so good, you realize he's tapping in time with your heartbeat. He hears you.
Okay, how high of command do I need to have complete denial of physiological effects? Or like complete control of that?
I believe 8.
Bill has 8.
Okay. Do you stop your heart?
Bill will stop his heart. He doesn't need to have it beat for about 12 minutes.
Okay. Didn't think about that. Wait, don't you need coordination for? Hold on.
I'm trying to pull it up real quick. I'm in the important menus thing.
I'm pulling it up now.
Because I don't think. So it's you have command, right?
I have 8 command and 8 coordination.
No, wait. 8 command
No,
is
8
you're completely
command
immune to pain and discomfort. 9 command is all your feelings and autonomic physical responses are under your conscious control without a roll.
Yeah, I think you need 10 coordination to do what you're trying to do. That's every external muscle on your body is under conscious control. Actually, that's not even it.
You can keep your heart rate under control with 9 dice.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Stopping it would take a roll.
Does not the endless and subtle, incredibly supernatural stealth accomplish anything here?
So, basically, it doesn't matter how stealthy you are if you make any perceivable noise with the presiding silence. He can just ignore stealth for as long as conditions are met.
Shit.
Like, you'll notice Lug has about comparable stealth to Bill. He still had to do that thing where he stopped his own heart.
I would like then to roll intimidation.
All right.
Bill will seeing the presiding silence, be able to tell that like Bill knows he's had. He knows that his stealth is broken. So he will, without opening his mouth, he'll sub-vocalize to himself, like just mutter as quietly as he possibly can. Good. This stupid bastard notices me.
Notice me sometime.
All right. He's not going to make a stability roll. He is going to fall for it. He's going to extend his cold iron blade, rip it out of his arm, and he's going to throw it at your head.
Dodge is coordination?
Dodge is coordination. So here's the thing. He actually can't throw it at your head. He's going to throw it at your heart, because you can see that. I'm going to say generously, I'm going to say he doesn't get the wiggle dice from the arm blade, but he does get the extras. So this is going to be 6 9s.
Does he get distracted by the explosion?
That's a good question.
From Am?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. I tried to help you.
Appreciate it.
Tried to help you. Very good.
Look, man, you one-shot one of the most important characters in the raid. We're gonna take your W and go.
Okay, I'll go. I'll just take my W over here.
My dodge is 2
I
9s.
fully expected you to disconnect. Ooh, that's not very good.
Okay.
I have 5 light armor, though.
So
Is that paranormal?
Yes, but he hasn't affected me with his iron yet.
So to resist that, you're gonna, if you want the armor to resist it, you're gonna roll normal dice.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, normal armor. Oh, gross. What?
If this hits you, it's going to deal, I believe, okay, his is dull, so it's not going to deal as much. It's going to deal 9 killing to your torso. And if you want to heal it, you're going to have to roll normal dice on your regeneration.
Wait, it's just 9 to my torso?
9 killing, yeah.
I mean...
And it will
even
flip
with the armor number
Remember,
Wait, how...
your extra tough is going to be rolled with normal dice once it hits you.
Oh, no. Oh, how does... What does that even mean? How does that work?
Your hit boxes are going to fluctuate every round.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, remember how I was yelling at you to take the candy earlier?
I thought I did. I thought we all took the candy in the last session.
Did you take the healing or the candy comment?
I thought I said I took both of those at the end of that last
so
You
session.
can't
it's one
take
at a
both.
time.
You have to take one or the other. That's why I didn't.
Oh, I didn't have that information.
No worries.
Yeah,
You take the candy comet or the regeneration?
I can't really say either way without retconning that then.
You totally can, because, see, here's the thing. The candy comet is still going to be rolling with normal dice. So, roll the 5 heavy armor. It was 5, right? So,
Yes.
Okay. Tom, roll 5 normal dice. It is
It
possible.
still does have a contingent on his attack.
Yeah, it's going to be rolled with normal dice. So we're going to...
Okay, I got 3 8s.
On the heavy armor, right?
Yeah.
Alright, that attack still goes through it. It would have anyway. The width was higher than the armor rating. I don't know why I made you roll that. Roll...
For willpower.
What's the... Seth, what's the attack?
So 2 things go off. One, an attack goes off that has engulf, 2 penetration. It does have obvious, because it's like a bright star flying at them. Star-shaped candy. And then it has a useful that also goes off on the attack that transmutes ferromagnetic metal.
What's the dice pool?
It's 5 on all 3.
Okay.
Let me roll you some more 5s. So that's 3 8s on the armor. Sorry, what were the other 2 things I'm rolling for?
You're just rolling a 2 dice pools of 5 dice.
One of them is an
okay.
attack, one of them is a useful transmute.
The attack gets 2 10s.
Nice. That has engulf and 2 penetration.
Alright, that doesn't get through his armor.
Darn. If that doesn't get through his armor, I don't believe... Does the transmute go off? I don't actually know how that would interact in that scenario.
Since both failed, I don't believe it does.
Okay. Alright.
So, the presiding silence has winged his sword at me. What is Blue doing during this?
She notices she's unable to shoot the presiding silence as he just turns her gunpowder to iron as soon as the cap goes off. So she's gonna go and try and ram the Goliath with her bike.
Alright, how much damage did Bill take, by the way?
9 killing to the torso.
I guess I have to roll my extra tough now.
You should probably buy some of that off.
Yeah, I'll still roll it.
It won't fill up your torso because the base human torso has 10 boxes.
Yeah, but that's also a rough scenario.
True.
I got 2 4s on my extra tough.
Okay, so you get 2 hitboxes to all the hit locations. So
Okay.
you have 3 empty hitboxes on your torso.
This still feels like one where I think I'm just gonna spend a base will. Does that buy all the killing off?
No. That would buy about 5 killing off.
Alright, I'll take 4 killing to the torso.
Now, can he remove that sword?
He'd have to make a brawling check on it. And if there's any paranormal on it, he would have to roll normal dice instead of anything else.
That makes sense.
Okay, can I take... What? Bill is still pretty goddamn tough, even though he's fluctuating so badly. What is it costing him to have it there?
While it's in there, all rolls are going to be normal dice from paranormal, and it's gonna burn a little bit every round because you're pretty non-human.
Alright, Bill will attempt to remove the sword.
Alright, the presiding silence is gonna roll to grapple you.
Okay, how do I... What roll do you want here?
It would be so to do both, you'd have to make an opposed brawling check, and you would have to make a separate brawling... You'd have to do multiple actions, 2 brawling checks. One of any width to remove the cold iron, and one of greater or equal width to offset the presiding silence.
Okay. The roll I'd like to use the roll I just made then.
Okay.
I'd like to use 2 8s to remove the sword and 3 10s for the counter grapple.
All right. Due to
Also,
the...
What's Oslo doing?
Oslo is dying. He's unconscious. The cold iron has subsumed his torso and is going for his limbs and head. So you don't beat the so the armor just gives him 6 hard dice on body checks.
Fuck.
He just holds your arms aside. You're gonna take 3 killing to the torso as he just pins you.
Okay. Wait, do I have to roll the armor again? Or let me roll the armor again? Is that how this works?
Well, once the...
Well, he removed the thing, right?
No, the presiding silence got him into a grapple before he could.
Gotcha.
The presiding silence isn't dealing any damage. He's just waiting for the cold iron to kill you.
Okay, what do I actually know about this guy as a person? Like who is he?
See, that's the thing. He's been pretty silent the entire time. He hasn't really said anything. I will say you're this close. Your electro. I'm gonna give you electro sense. There is one piece of electronics on him. He has Tristan's iPod. It is playing a 10-hour playlist on a loop of Billy Joel's The Stranger.
Oh. Huh.
Interesting.
I do have an idea that's a really bad idea for Bill, but he's actively dying.
Tell you what. Lug is struggling with the Goliath. Blue notices you are grappled. You can call out to Blue. It will hit you with the presiding silence's turn to iron power, but if you call out to Blue, she can ram the presiding silence with her bike.
Okay,
I
so
also
I got.
think he can bite next turn.
There's that, but I do have an idea that isn't directly a power. It would instead be a character moment for this, but not a good one for Bill.
Please don't make all the wrong choices for Bill like you did.
Yeah, we like Bill.
I like Bill too.
I like Bill. Don't Avery him, please. I don't want to have to kill Bill.
I just... Fuck. So, like, the options I have here are either to call to Blue or do something that will make an obscenely loud noise.
I do want to point out...
that just kills you.
Your attack only has slow on it. You have your bite this round.
Okay.
Also, obscenely loud noises do not bother him. I don't know if you guys caught on to that yet. He does not care about loud noises.
Okay, I have another stupid question. You know how... So Bill shoots his mouth forward, but it's still a mouth. And you know how, with all my death rattles, I can still talk while burping?
Yeah.
Can Bill do the bite and scream Blue at the same time?
Yeah, it would just trigger 2 things from his turn to iron. Remember, you can take multiple of the turn to irons.
Would his bite trigger that? Because it didn't before.
You know what? That's a good point. Retroactively, you were supposed to get hit with a 4 with turn to iron. If you just want to spend 4 willpower, that's fine.
I'll spend 4 willpower.
Thank you, Seth. I totally forgot about it last time.
Sam, that's a miss trigger.
Sorry. I would.
Seth, you don't play Magic anymore.
I played for long enough to know when to say miss trigger.
Fair. Okay, God, this is a really shitty matchup for Bill. Bill will have a moment where he thinks to himself that he could rely on certain unsavory parts of his character, but instead just, with whatever breath he can gather, just screams for Blue to help him.
Alright. Blue does a 180, almost fucking slides out, guns it, and you just see a white streak as the bike, full power, collides into this guy. You see it hit a nearby dead tree and just fucking explode in a blast of light.
Oh shit.
He's gonna spend a lot of fucking willpower, but it is unfortunately a collision. And he does have hardened light armor. Now the tree doesn't count as a soft surface, so he's still fucked. But he's getting up. He's down an arm.
He did get bit, though, didn't he?
He did. He is down an arm.
What was the bite?
Oh, wait. Tom, were you just calling out, or were you doing a call out and bite?
I thought you said I shouldn't do a call out and bite because it would...
No, I didn't say you shouldn't. I'm just letting you know it's going to trigger two things. Remember, you can take multiple turn to irons.
Okay, I'll do both things then. So let me roll another bite. And that's all normal dice?
Yes.
Still 10 normal dice.
Okay, that'll be 3 7s with 3 attack levels, with 5 attack levels and 4 penetration.
All right. In that case, your bite goes off before the bike. You do a similar rending. Has it been 1 round or 2 since you activated the penitence now?
2, I think.
Alright, I need to make an endurance roll real fast. Okay. The penitence nail is still active. So, yeah, we can roll the bite back because I forgot about the penitence nail. I should have reminded you about that. I should have reminded you about that because I forgot myself.
So what does that mean?
The penitence nail is wound reflection. If you bite him, you will take damage.
I will not bite him then.
Okay. Blue is going to hit him with the bike. She is off the bike completely when it hits him, and as established with the penitence nail, they are very dumb. As long as there's 1 degree of separation, they don't trigger. So back to what it was before, looks like he sacrificed an arm to mitigate the damage in like an athletics check. So he's up, he's down an arm. That's going to penalize his body stat. You probably have a chance at winning a grapple battle now.
Okay.
End of the round, you're going to take 3 killing to the torso from having the cold iron in you.
Do I need to roll extra tough again?
Yes, every round.
I have a question that might work.
Mm-hmm.
Could he still use the bite on the cold iron dagger to destroy it?
Kinda, but that would risk hitting him.
Okay, how much does it cost to buy off killing damage?
2 points of willpower per killing.
I'm going to spend... And how much was I getting hit with?
3.
I'm going to spend 6 willpower.
Okay. And did you spend the 3 willpower for the turn to iron on Blue, or are you just taking some of the iron?
I think you should probably take a little iron.
I'm considering that I still have the sword through, I'll spend a further 3.
Okay.
It's not like I haven't spent 20 this combat.
Any limb you lose, I can regrow.
The issue is he's taking his stuff to his torso.
Oh, fair enough. Never mind then. I cannot. I don't know. Can I regrow a torso? I don't think so.
Probably.
I think he dies if he loses his torso.
If you lose it completely, you are dead, yeah. Alright. Presiding Silence is back on his feet. He is just charging at you right now. Actually, wait. No, the Presiding Silence is he's going to charge you, roll to grapple, and he's going to scream Leviathan's fire on me.
Fuck. Okay,
his roll is low enough that you see he's just going for a grapple.
okay, do I still take penalties because of the sword?
It's gonna take him a round to close in.
Wait, can he try and get that out since he didn't actually do an action last round? Like, he didn't get
Okay,
an
I got
action.
grappled, so I didn't get an action, right?
No, that was the round before, right? Because you were
You
going to
still
bite
have
him last
to, you
round.
still have
and
to
you
make
didn't.
a brawling check to break a grapple.
But he didn't have to break the grapple. It got broken for him. He got hit.
Yeah, but I still made the check and failed.
So I will be honest, Blue's check was 2 10s. So if he wants to do an action, it would have to be with 2 or lower. Otherwise, it wouldn't go off before the bike hits the Presiding Silence. If he wants to try,
You can go ahead and roll a brawling because you'd have an action last round.
So how many dice do I get for that?
it would be... Well, it would be all normal dice. And we're going to say it's... You're going to have to time it. So... God, I guess that would be a penalty dice. And what you're looking for is you need a roll that is between... The difficulty of this is 4. So you're going to need a roll between 2 4s and 2 9s.
Oh. Hey, so my brawling pool plus my body pool is 10. I rolled 10 d10s and didn't get any matches.
What?
Take a picture and post it, please.
Oh God, no.
And wait, didn't you say you have a penalty dice?
Yeah, but I still want to see the picture of the 1 through 10.
Oh God. It's just a fucking string. I'm using idle. It's not anything interesting. I'm just fucking throwing rand
I
in.
still want to see the numbers.
I want to see the funny numbers. Holy shit, Tom.
Let me just roll 9d10, please. I rolled 9d10. Okay, I get 3 7s.
Unfortunately, that's greater than the width of...
Can he just do that as prepared action? Isn't that like legal?
You know what?
How about 2 5s? Is that good for you?
That works.
Okay.
Alright, you get it. You tear out the cold iron. There's blood. You still feel the chill in your core. It's going to take a round for it to turn off as your body processes it. So we're at 1 round where your dice pools are unstable. The Presiding Silence is charging you. He's about to go into a grapple. What's your move here, man?
I mean, all the Leviathans are gonna fire on me. Oslo is fucking dead. I don't know what's... Blue and I can't escape because the motorcycle has exploded.
On the plus side, Lug looks like he's winning against the Goliath at the moment.
Go out like a badass, Tom.
Yeah, the only option I can think of is Blaze of Glory. I don't see any way that Bill can survive this.
So you can spend a base will to remain alive, but unconscious and unstable for a few minutes.
I don't want to have to spend 40 fucking base will on this, or 40 will on this fight.
If Lug's still alive after the artillery hits, which I feel like
Question.
there's a decent chance, he
Question.
has healing kit.
Weird
And I've
question.
explained to everyone how it works. So he knows he can heal you.
Lug also has midnight bombs.
Yeah, but the healing candy still needs to be rolled.
Yeah, but like...
I do have a question that might help. If so, the cold iron's still stuck in Bill, right?
It's out now. It just its effects linger for a round.
Got it. Could Bill stab the presiding silence with it?
That's a bad idea. I wouldn't want to put that back in his hands, and he's covered it in anyway. I doubt that would do anything.
I don't know. It was a thought. He doesn't have doesn't have a weapon, and it at least gives him killing.
Well, if he wanted to attack him, he could just bite him. The issue
How
is
do you use
the
this bite?
action.
He doesn't have bite this round.
And there's still the penitence now.
Wait, wouldn't the
Penitence
cold
now
iron?
is deactivated right now because he had to do an endurance check for the extra.
Okay, how long?
He has some endless, but he's not making that roll this round, and it's exceeded his passive.
How long do I have until the Leviathan strike hits?
It's gonna hit next round. So if he grapples you, you're not gonna have any chance. If you just book it, it would trigger a race. The presiding silence, due to the super strength, is faster than you.
I got 9 body though. What's he got?
About 9, but he's.
I got 9 body with a booster.
Oh. Wait, how much does his mark have? Hydraulic, hyper body, 5 wiggle dice plus 4 normal dice, booster 2.
Fuck.
He has the same body as a Mark III.
God damn it. Shit. What action does the party think I could take that would result in Bill, Blue, and Oslo surviving this?
You could try.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Genuinely, kill him, yell for Lug to leave.
I want to point out, he said Leviathans fire on me. Which means he is the targeting medical.
You could, if you want to save the NPCs, you could tie them down and let them escape, or you
They
can
can't
outrun
move. I
them.
don't think either of them can move right now.
Blue has a chance to resurrect, but it's only guaranteed on back arrows.
Do I have to roll the Thop Watch?
Ooh, you have 1 willpower in that.
Yes.
And it dampens effects.
It does?
Kind of. It makes things midnight, and the Leviathans have... Their targeting stuff isn't, like, electronic. It is kind of optics-based.
Yeah.
They can offset it with the dowsing rods, but even that's not perfect.
So then the Fob Watch only has 2 hard dice. Can I... do I need to roll that?
No, because it's not... Well, actually, no, you have the cold iron effect still, so yes, you would need to roll it. Tell you what, there is a potential for taking your time. If you spend 2 willpower, you can get 2 bonus dice.
That's not on him, though, right? That's not a
The
him
cold iron
effect.
effect lasts for 1 round after the cold iron was removed, and that affects all dice pools, as long as they're paranormal.
Okay. I was just trying to see if it's, since that wasn't like physically him, if that mattered, but okay.
Yeah. So, if we spend 2 willpower, that's a 50-50 for it to become midnight, and that means the Leviathans have a pretty good chance of missing.
Yeah, but then the presiding silence would still be running at me.
You can run and do it, but midnight's not going to stop him too much. Boy doesn't need light.
Yeah.
Maybe love to teleport over and soften him.
If you want
Okay.
to try and buy a round, it'll at least give Lug a round where he might be able to finish his fight.
Has it been enough rounds that Charlie can be involved in this fight?
Or
It is-
Carronade.
It has been 2, so he'll be able to act the next round. But
Okay.
just a heads up, that would take his round for that would give Avery 3 rounds where he's fighting Xander.
Oh, Carronade? Would Carronade be able to help next round too?
It's a bit out of his range.
Okay, I wasn't sure of the range on Bob.
All right. So like the fact that I can't use my healing factor in all of this.
You can.
You can. You just have to
normal
roll.
dice.
Yeah, but that will be my action per turn.
No. It
You-
still has
endless.
endless in duration. You still
Oh,
roll
I-
that.
Straight up have not been rolling it because I assume it will be my action per turn.
Nope.
All right, let me roll
So
it.
you should probably make some.
Okay,
retry
that
rolls.
explains why this fight was a lot harder than I anticipated it being.
Yeah, you were spending more willpower than I thought you needed to. What's your width on your healing factor?
3. So
Okay.
how many times should I roll it?
Twice.
That's
Wait,
no
isn't this one
matches.
3 rounds?
This is the 3rd round.
Oh,
So that's no matches.
So
And
it
that's
should
no
be 3.
matches.
That's about right.
Alright. Well,
We
if you buy
tried.
a round, you have a chance of healing.
Okay, Bill will run towards Oslo, push a healing candy into Oslo's mouth, and hit the fop watch in the same motion.
Yeah, I guess it is free action. Alright, if you spend 2 willpower, you can roll 4 normal dice for the fop watch. And
Okay.
make it midnight. And
How many
if you
willpower have you
could
spent this fight?
What?
How many willpower have you spent this fight?
It's about 40.
Yikes.
Okay, let's see here. That's
It's
no
nice to-
matches.
no
that
matches?
sucks.
No matches.
Alright. Let me search. Let me just do a little search on willpower real fast.
So the nice thing is you are moving, I believe, off the top of my head, 100 yards away. But I can't remember exactly how Booster interacts with speed and body stat.
Times 10.
No, it's not.
His speed
it's
isn't-
times 10 for lift.
Oh, sorry.
Oslo is twice as fast as you. I'm seeing if Oslo has a chance of waking up.
I like to think over in the Xander fight, like, well, this wasn't that bad. Fucking Bayou Bill, like, Jesus fucking Christ! They
And,
sent
like-
me to my death!
Because of the cold iron, I can't even have Bill make the bad choice to survive.
Okay.
That's probably good.
Oslo is
Yeah.
going to spend a base will to wake up for a round. He's not going to be able to heal any damage. But he... Oh god, he can't move. So Oslo can't move. But what he can do is he can rip off his the little blink charm he has. You can push it into your chest, activate it. Bayou Bill is now about 200 yards away as you see the presiding silence sweep where you were. You see Oslo put up a hand to reach towards you as he is obliterated by artillery fire.
No.
Oslo is hardcore dead. But so is the presiding silence.
Oh God.
Were either Blue or Lug hit?
So Lug's finishing up his fight next round, where he just bashes the Goliath's skull in with his pipe. Its brains spread out across the floor, which is good because his watch effect is ending that round. He's pretty badly fucked up himself. But yeah, that is Oslo dead. And that's where we're going to end session. Alright.
Tired.
So, everyone's going to gain 1 willpower for showing up.
XP.
Fuck.
That should be an XP.
Yep. Everyone gets an experience. Who stayed in character best this round session?
Yeah, that
Bob with the
that bit.
pulse.
Yeah.
Deal.
Okay.
Alright. Who was the most useful this session?
I'm split between Bill and Amp.
I'm gonna say Am.
Because
Chris.
both of those needed to die.
Chris is the guy with the W.
Yeah.
Did you see my name change?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go for Chris here. I'm good with
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I was pretty happy because I did have that plan, sort of. I was like, when you said he was on the eighth story, I was like, yes, he's fucked.
I also
The
thought
fucking idiot.
the idiot decided to go into a building when there's 2 AoE people coming at him.
Yeah.
I feel bad because Tom was a really close second on both of those for me.
I didn't describe AMP because they have horrifying on it, so I was gonna say their skin turns black as electricity shoots through the building, but yeah. I was too excited about, like, fucking this guy over.
And then we hit him with artillery and Charlie.
Is there,
So, by the way, is he confirmed dead?
Not yet.
Okay.
He has ways back into this fight, but they're gonna be like, it's gonna be fucking impossible for him to make a difference unless someone gets him back in. Like, one of the guys would have to tag out of this fight to tag him back in.
does the
comes-
stopwatch lose its willpower?
No, it doesn't lose its charge because it failed to activate.
Okay. What happens to Bill? Because at the moment he has 1 willpower.
Oh shit.
Fuck. He's fine. He doesn't lose it.
He's fine on 1.
If he hits 0, his power starts to cannibalize him.
Oh God, no.
How much base will do you have?
8.
You're fine.
You're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
How much did you start the fight with?
10.
That sounds
Oh
about
yeah, you're
right.
fine. This was nothing.
You're fine.
Look, this was one of the big enemies. You got him.
I like
Yeah.
to think that the
I'm sorry it took so much, though.
Prime Minister Sinister comes back in like fucking 6th session. He's like, "You fucking ruined my entrance," and like tries to have like a revenge arc against us.
Well, I was honestly
He
gonna say,
shows up in the fucking Fringe Marquis book.
we should probably just artillery him a couple more times.
Yeah.
Thump, thump, thump.
Because, like, I don't think he can do anything about that.
Now you
Nothing
see,
stronger
on the
than
one
that.
hand,
He has no limbs. Sam did confirm
Yeah,
he
he
is
has no
just
limbs.
literally he is just a torso and a head.
And that'll
Yeah.
burn him out of willpower way faster than just Charlie's thing going off.
So on the one hand, nullifiers are really fucked up
Mm-hmm.
and powerful. On the other hand, I'm flashing back to that conversation you and I had, Sam, where you said that at this point in the game, you told me there was no reason to invest more dice in my armor or my healing factor.
He just wanted this fight to be more difficult for
Look,
you.
this still went way better than I realistically thought it should.
What does that mean? You thought Bill was going to die?
Yeah,
I
thought
thought you were going to lose way more base will, honestly.
Alright, I'm gonna head off, guys.
Fights are usually way worse than this.
Wait, we didn't ask the bit question.
Oh, yeah, who had the best bit of the night?
This one, I have to give this to Tom. He was a close second on both of them, and just the whole. I don't even know if it was a bit. I just want to give him a point for the sameness.
Yeah, I want to give Tom a
for that
point
scene.
just because he had just such a rough round. He
I
also
was-
had his big character moment where he's fighting Xander.
Yeah, like he needs to get a point this session for that. It has to happen.
And I was going to vote for Bob because the moment where it's like, okay, how about this? I leave and you just keep bleeding out. That I had to mute for about 4 minutes on that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
But Bob did get an XP, and Bill had like the roughest round. And Bill,
also
of all the characters, is my favorite character among our team.
That's reasonable. Yeah, he's good.
I will say, I say the fight should have been rougher, but at the same time, getting hit with 4 with 6 engulf shot killing, that probably is, yeah. No, it's probably good it ended where it did.
Yeah. Is Blue okay?
Blue's fine, yeah.
Can Bill start healing off the damage so at the very least he gets to be a real boy again at the next session, at the beginning of this session?
Yeah.
Sam then just has fucking waterlogged attack you. You're teleported right next to a nest
fucking
of
dare
water.
you survive a fight! Yeah, just ending note. Final thoughts on the session, guys?
This one was rough.
I thought it was
Fun.
I thought it was pretty good, at least for the parts I was in, because it was helping Nads. Apologies for that, but
That's
she
fine.
did get her tickets, so I was able to help her get her tickets. She only spent $40,
Oh, hell yeah.
thanks
That's
to
not too
me and my coolness in getting discounts.
That's a hell of a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, so that's why I was helping her. I was trying to get it for as cheap as I could.
Oh, yeah.
Sam, I am sorry that we killed your one villain so quickly.
It's okay.
I'm not.
There's a reason
It
I have
made me very
backups.
uncomfortable.
It's fine. I'm sure there's going to be times where I don't have a plan. To be honest, I thought Mr. President was going to die against Black that one time we had the duel. I was like, this is fucked. There's no way. This guy's just going to slowly whittle down my willpower to 0. I have 30 base will and 30 regular, but then, that's going to get chewed through.
Damage is fucked. Yeah.
It's just
Brutal.
he's just shooting fucking Mr. President. He's just runs out of bullets, and I'm like, I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah, Black has super strength. He's gonna break your spine.
Breaks my spine. I realign my spine. What the fuck, bro?
I got 8 points right now. I kind of want to just buy Bill more heart dice in his stuff.
Yeah.
That seems like a good choice since, you weren't at a point where you needed more dice in your stuff. Now you are, apparently.
I mean, when you asked that, I don't think Cold Iron was introduced yet, in my defense.
Okay, so that's another one for Chthonic Tonic. Another one for Extra Tough. So that's 4 points.
So is there a chance of resurrecting Oslo?
Yeah, whalers are really easy to resurrect.
Oh,
He's
Okay.
a drowned, so he got some stuff going on.
We also have Dr. Slime.
No,
I
you don't.
did-
Shut up.
no.
Dr. Slime does break every character, though, that he
No.
resurrects.
He's thrown into the sun.
Yeah, we actually have
Why was
Orange
Dr.
Chicken.
Slime? Wait, why was Dr. Slime? He was just at the.
No,
he was helping the clinic.
He went back underground, I thought.
Oh yeah, he did. Sam liked the idea of people just losing half of their memory.
Yeah, I was thinking I could make a carrot, like a candy, to augment Blue's ability to resurrect people somewhat, to give her like more precision in memory or something like that, so that she could just do that for anyone.
It's always iffy. She has to practice with everyone she wants to resurrect, no matter what.
That's kind of what I was trying to see if I could work around with the candy. Just give her like perfect memory of them, so it could offset the necessity to practice.
If armor has interference, it's hardened, right?
It's heavy armor. Hardened armor
Okay.
is its own extra.
Can I give Bill's armor native because it's his skin?
Yes.
Like, the focus gives it to him, but it has the parasitic thing going on.
Yeah.
Do you just have the extra points for that?
Yes.
That would have been really nice if you had done that like
right before this fight.
10 minutes ago.
I was told it would be not as great if I did. Or that it wouldn't quite make sense. I went before the parasitic thing happened, I changed it to subtle. And you better believe I changed it right back.
By the way, Nishat thinks she has an idea for her when she wants to run a campaign after me, but she's gonna go for like a super cutesy style, sort of like Tiny Tina Wonderland.
I don't know why, but I can't picture Nishat running in any setting other than just Candyland.
It's crazy. So we got this squishable. I didn't take a picture of it. We were gonna show you guys this weekend, but it's a Lamacorn angel.